Alright, hello, hello. Bear with me as we check the mic. Hello, hello. Bear with me as we check the mic. That seems alright, for us at least. Haven't streamed in, it's been 2 months now, so a bunch of settings are probably all messed up, but who knows. Seems like the mic's working, You'll hear a couple echoes there. I think we're good to go on all that. Okay, so I think 8 months ago we did a full run with our goofy rule set. That was super fun. And then we tried again, I think like 4 months ago, and I kept inting. So we made it a bit in 3 different times with the same set of units, and lost the run. It got pretty repetitive, so I stopped. But now I think we're ready to try again. I rolled some new units for us. I don't think I want to go back to doing Leo Meg as our like early game stuff. I don't think it's too hard to do with our rule set or anything, but PTSD, I guess. We'll hold off on trying that a bit. I think I still want to do the Leo here. Yeah, I did the unit selection off stream instead of on stream. So I have like a big spreadsheet, and I could go into like showing that or talking about it in more detail if people want, but we did that before with the other run anyway, the other 2 runs anyway. And generally I would go through that at the beginning of the stream before like anybody tunes in anyway, so it probably isn't super helpful. But if people come in with questions or whatever, we can kind of go through it. Basically the gist of it is I want to vary the units I use so the game feels different on different runs. So we like really limit which units we're allowed to use. This game isn't as clean as Path of Radiance with that because you keep getting bounced around to different teams, so it's really hard to like have enough units in each group because there's 3 main groups, but then a bunch of other groups you get bounced around in between. So it's like some levels you won't have enough units to do, and some levels are like timed and you'll barely have like 1 or 2 units, so it gets kind of messy at times. But I like how it is. And this is more for like making it more fun for my enjoyment than to like make a competitive rule set for other people to try and compete at or anything. So I'd make some changes if we were doing it differently there. But yeah, the basic is there's like 17 units or so you get to bring to endgame, and like 7 of them are like required. So those units, some of them are Lagoos, so I just banned them because I just don't like using Lagoos in this game. Maybe we'll do that eventually, but all the Lagoos are banned. And then I picked some OP units to ban, and then I picked new for this one. I picked some units that you get in part 4 to ban, because getting someone in part 4 isn't super helpful, and I only get 10 slots of not required units, so I need them for like earlier in the game when I only have like 2 units for a level. It gets kind of rough. So yeah, a lot of the part 4 units we're not using or we're really limiting. So like on this list you see here, we have Bastion. He would be in kind of that pool, but we threw him in just as an extra. But I can't have like 4 of my 10 units be units you get there. And then Alincia you get for both part 4 levels, and she comes like before you do the level. And she's around in stage 2 a little bit, so I think she's not quite into that category, although pretty close to being into that category. Using her in part 2 feels pretty bad because she's twice class changed, which means she just gets no XP. I think you only get to use her in the prologue and the game of that anyway. But yeah, like she doesn't really get XP for killing things there, so it's kind of like you don't have her. But if she's on our team, we'll try to use her a bit more. It's pretty risky though, because she gets one shot by bowguns probably. So I think if she dies, you just lose the game too. We wouldn't just be losing a unit. But yeah, I get like the 10 units. So the tricky thing is like spreading them into groups based on when you get them in the game, so you have enough guys throughout the game. And then what I like to do is at the end of the game, you get to bless a weapon per unit. So I like to have everybody have like one super cool weapon for them, which means like I can only have 1 lance user because they all want Wishblade, and it feels really bad to give it to one of them and not the other. So that really limits it as well. So the teams can't be varied as much as I'd like them to be, but I think we've got it down to enough so that it won't feel like super repetitive. Like, we don't have to use the same units in 2 runs. There's probably enough units for it to feel pretty fresh for like 3 runs, and then you start dipping back in, but you don't have to do like the same group of units every time anyway. So I think there's enough variation the way we got it. But yeah, for this run, we've got Leonardo early and then Aaron early, which, as I was mentioning before we did Meg, Laura is technically an early unit, but like, I think she can use light magic when she class changes the first time, but she's really awkward because like healers don't really frontline ever, and if you're running like a really low amount of units, you kind of need anybody who you're going to fight with the frontline. So like, we also have Micaiah as a freebie. Big deal is Soth is a freebie, so getting Soth is huge. And we have stat transferred Soth because that's my reward to myself for in Fire Emblem Path of Radiance using Soth and maxing out his stats so many times. I always thought he would recruit somebody, or there's like a hidden way to class change him, and I was always trying really hard to do it. Because Volk could class change, so I was hoping Soth could. His assassins are pretty sweet in these games. But it turns out his dialogue was just a hint towards this game that hadn't came out yet. It's kind of sad. Back in those days, you know, early 2000s, that was like 2002 or something. You wouldn't just like look up everything on the internet, or at least I wouldn't. I don't know if we even had internet back then, or I even had internet back then. But you would like play games and replay them and try to like find secrets and stuff rather than just like looking up everything. I feel like now games are more designed to like, you play through it once for like 20 to 30 hours and then you put it away and probably don't touch it again. Whereas then it was like you got the game for your birthday or Christmas and you're going to play it for 5 months until you get another one. You're going to replay it over and over and over again. I don't know. Anyway, what else should I say to get us going here? I guess we just go over the units real quick. Yeah, so we got Leonardo again because I want to make that work. I think Nolan's the easiest. I think Edward's the second easiest, and I think Leonardo's the hardest. I want to split them up between 3 different runs. They all have unique weapons, so they don't count as my axe, bow, or sword guy, which is pretty nice. But I only want to use 1 of the 3 per run instead of 2. Like, Leonardo and Nolan would totally work. It's just then you're doing either an Edward run or a Leo Nolan run, and the early game feels super similar. So if I split it up 3-way, then it gets a little better, but like the difference between Leonardo and Nolan is absolutely massive for like how easy the early game is going to be. And then Nolan's like the best early game unit, and also he scales really well because that his class is good. They get like 40 strength max, which is a big deal. In this game, stat caps are huge because a lot of the units will hit the caps. Whereas like in the Sacred Stones, the Game Boy Advance game, like most of your units aren't going to cap most of their stats. If I remember right, I didn't play that game nearly as much as these, but you know, you'd get like a max level fighter and he'd have like 10 defense, I feel like. Yeah, and then we already talked about Laura. Aaron, Aaron's problem is he gets a lot of strength and defense on his level ups and not very much speed, and his class is like really fast class. So it's going to be really hard for him to get the speed that he needs to be like Nephany. Nephany's solid in this game for sure. But I've used her a lot. I've used Aaron less. But yeah, I really think Meg and Aaron are just swapped classes. Because like Meg gets a ton of speed and caps out early, and Aaron doesn't get the speed he needs, and then Aaron like caps out strength and defense really quickly, and Meg has a little more trouble with those because she has such good ones of those being a general. But yeah, at least Aaron will have like defense, because Micaiah's group it's kind of hard to get like somebody who can frontline. And then I think Leonardo will probably be like tanky enough to stand in the front line sometimes, and then Soth's always just a beast. So that's kind of an early game. Part 2 we have Heather, which is the first level you get or chapter 1 you get Nephany and Brahmin Heather. Last game we didn't even get Heather, we missed her, which was sad because then we didn't get to steal a bunch of stuff that we should have been able to steal. I don't really like using Heather because Sylph is free to the end game, and I just like use Sylph a ton in Path of Radiance, so I really like him. And then he just like comes free to end game and stuff, and the classes both are pretty bad. So I'm not a very big Heather fan. Not super excited about using her. Or gang. Draft run, I haven't seen one Fire already done. Aaron is very defensive. If he gets speed screwed, he gets doubled. Yeah. Aaron's huge problem is his speed sucks, and he's a class that really wants speed, so it's a big issue. At least you have Laura, who's serviceable, 4 or 5 out of tower. Yeah. So it's a lot easier to explain the rules in my Path of Radiance runs because I just say anybody not on the list can't equip a weapon. But in this game, when you limit your units this much, it gets really tricky. Because, like, if you don't roll Nolan and you played like that, you would just auto lose Chapter 1. Because you can't, like, I don't think it's possible to do Chapter 1 without, like, Nolan actually attacking. So I don't say they can't equip a weapon. So, like, for any timed levels, I can use other units to, like, help me out. I'm always allowed to use healing, so rolling Laura isn't actually that useful. I'm not... This rule set is not, like, a competitive rule set for other people to do and, like, compete at or anything. This is, like, a... for me to have fun with. So the units on there, I'm going to try to, like, get XP and bring as much as I can, and the units not off there, I'm going to try not to have equip a weapon or take XP from other people. So, like, healing is fine. And then there's a list of freebies that I didn't put on the screen. I guess I could try to figure out how to get them on there, but it gets kind of cluttered. Laura with good stats and Nolan support is unhittable. Nolan's just so good. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It just... I really am not a fan of Laura in this game because you already get Micaiah and, like, light and staves. So they feel really repetitive, but you always want somebody to, like, heal your guys, so Laura doing that is fine. But usually I would just have her heal and then ditch her. But this game we're going to try to give her, like, a light tome and have her do stuff later on. That'll be quite a while before that comes to fruition. I don't like having Micaiah anywhere because she's so frail. Yeah, if you don't use a Speedwing on Micaiah, she will die to pretty much anybody, ever. What sucks is her, like, fully promoted stats are actually, like, really good. Like, her stat caps are awesome. Like, she's a super solid unit, except she doesn't class change until endgame of the final part. So she just kind of sucks the entire game, which is sad. I think having a mage lord is kind of cool. The other games I play don't have that. I don't play too many of the Fire Emblem games. The Tellius ones are my favorite, like, by far. But I thought it was cool having, like, a staff using magic person as your lord, but stay in the corner. She does hit really hard though. That's something you can really use for, like, part 1, her whatever her unique spell is called. That'll do like 20 to 30 damage sometimes. It can be pretty good. She's a supportive lord. Yeah, I mean, anybody who can use staves is automatically good just for using staves already. I like her using sacrifice and then Laura healing her to, like, get a bunch of XP that way. It's pretty nice. Where's my Twitch chat? It's a little lower than I like it to be. Try moving that up. Okay. Alright, so now we make some mistakes early and lose immediately, is my expectation. Okay. I haven't played any Fire Emblem in at least 4 months. But let's give it a shot. What really makes it hard for the picking the units is I don't want to have any double ups on, like, the S weapons because it's really fun for me to, like, have everybody have a good weapon. So, like, if I have 3 lance users, only one of them gets Wishblade and then endgame feels stupid. I don't think it's necessary or anything, and it's only a few levels. And if I get to endgame, I should be fine because then I'll have, like, an entire team with, like, 10 units. It's the part 4 is just really hard when I only have, like, 3 units per team that can do stuff. but it feels so bad to use like 3 lance people and then have to choose your favorite, and then they become a real unit with a witchblade, and then the other ones are like, you can have a brave lance. Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to change the stats when forging weapons. That's a big thing I think other people probably don't do. That'll make it quite a bit harder.
Silver hair. If it's the fortune teller, we'll be heroes. Without her, the Dawn Brigade is nothing. Oh, the general's going to love.
Yeah, you can scam XP on Laura, for sure. It's kind of annoying because it takes forever. And you kind of have to level her up so she can at least, you know, equip light. So we'll put more focus into that. Micaiah getting pretty much any XP is kind of worthless because she gets it for free with sacrifice. And then she has that solo level where she can get up to 20 anyway. So we really want to try to funnel it into Leonardo. If he levels up, gets some speed and defense, he can maybe frontline. And then Aaron leveling up's a big deal too. You've never seen anyone use Khalil? Really? I think she's... Depends how you want to do your tier list, but I think she's one of the best mages in the game. I mean, everybody's probably going to put Soren higher. She's a fire mage, which is a huge deal, because fire's the best magic in this game. And Tor mode is just non-existent. But I think you're definitely underestimating Khalil then. I'd say you should probably play around with her one of your next playthroughs. She's really good. I just have like... I had like a negative opinion of her initially because in the previous game she can't use staves and you get her and she's class changed, so I didn't really use her there. But in this game she's very good. Yeah, mages in this game are a lot worse than in other games for sure. But I think depending on how you do your ratings, she'd be like number 1 or 2 for mages on tier list. And they can use staves, so they're never going to be useless, even if they can't quite keep up with stats. I think they're like pretty much always better than the priests and stuff, unless you need them for like a S or S plus SS rank staff. I don't know, it really depends how you play the game, how you evaluate the units. Because like the game's easy enough, you can do a bunch of different stuff. So if you're like evaluating someone based on speed running, then maybe Lana would be better because she's available like more than anybody else. But I'm always looking for part 2 units too because there's so few units in part 2 I like. You don't need as many stabs in this game though. Vulners and Conctions are really powerful. I don't think you want to waste your turns on Vulners or Conctions, but it super depends on how you play the game. You can just have somebody go in there and stand there and counterattack and kill everybody. But there's a lot of people who use staves, so you're not like really scrambling to find anyone who can use them, but it's like a huge plus if somebody can use a staff. Because you get so many physics staffs too, so you can just heal people from across the map. But, you know, you have to bring Micaiah to a lot of stuff, so she's already doing that. Who knows how many healers you need. Typically mages are really good at like one-shotting people, but less so in this game than other games, so depends how much you play other games. You can definitely ignore mages if you want. Oh man, I gotta remember what I do for options. I think I like map only? Or maybe it's off. I think we'll try map only. Fast. I'm gonna have to do this every time I try this first level here too. Grid thickness. I always thought detailed would be better, but then you have to do math. Unit circle. I know there are a bunch of these I like turning on and off, and I can't remember which ones. Auto cursor. That means it goes to Micaiah at the beginning of turns. Auto end turn. So if you turn this off, you can still do like the direct for yellow units after you do all your moves, which sometimes matters. You forget to do it. There's one that says bonus XP, isn't there? Did I miss it? There it is. It would be smarter to do the levels faster and get bonus XP than it would be to do them slow like I'm going to. By the way, now does pushing B and backing out save everything? No, it doesn't. Right? Because I just changed that. Maybe I didn't. No, I did. Okay. Depends. Sometimes base XP is so bad in some maps. Generally speaking, the way I found is I would have been better off getting base XP. And in this game, base XP is so valuable because you can guarantee get +3 stats. So you can use it later to like max out the stats that you have trouble getting, or you can just use it early to get like okay levels. And then in like Path of Radiance, if you want to like reset every time you get bad levels with base XP, it's stronger, but in no reset runs, it's not as good. Okay, so Edward does not want to do stuff. I did this level a lot of times when we played like 4 months ago with Leonardo. I think I want to attack him once. Yeah, we want to let Leo like get as much XP as possible here. Yep, for sure. This game really, you like cap like everything. Like everybody gets max level and then they want like all their stats capped. Where I feel like in a lot of the other Fire Emblem games I play, you're not going to hit most of your caps. That's the wrong one. Leo should come soon. Next turn. I feel like maybe Micaiah's supposed to hit him twice, and then Leonardo's supposed to finish him off. So the 1+ of her attacking is she can get weapon level ups, and I do want her to get like decent light weapon level up for endgame, just so we can like bless something cool, and then hand it off to Laura probably. Okay, he does hit twice. So we only had to do 1 light if we wanted. Alright, just wait on you, or I could move down and hit him once. I think I can move down and hit him once. Ah, right, yeah. So Leonardo will likely run out of bows before I can buy more bows, the way I play. So having Micaiah hit him helps save durability. That's why I did this before, I remember now. And if she crits, she crits. Also makes the level go faster, which is good. Okay, and then we do want him to use the Dragon Shield, which I would much prefer save for later. I'm sure there's someone who would really want it. Boyd might want it. Heather, Kelly could maybe. Mia might want it. Valencia might want it. There's a lot of people who probably want it, but I think you have to use it pretty early the way I'm doing it, otherwise he won't be able to tank. Dawn Brigade stuff is brutal. And then for some reason in this game on hard mode, you can't click on them to see the range, so you have to do this. See that his movement is 5 there, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can hit here or here. Means I probably don't want to have him get hit this round. Probably wait till next turn. Okay, so I could put Edward here, have him get hit twice, and then I could hit this guy twice. Should be kind of good. Oh, Micaiah should have been healing him with Sacrifice. I think I used 1 Vulnerary instead, didn't I? No? Oh yeah, him. Sorry. So I should have used 1 Sacrifice there, but I'm not super worried about it. Her getting a few levels early matters quite a bit, though. She will get to level 20 in time, like, super easy. But if she can get, like, a few levels now, she might be useful for a few levels. Like, if she just happens to get some speed, she could potentially, like, tank a hit or 1-round somebody if I need her to. There's quite a few levels that are, like, time-based, so having an extra unit that does damage matters. Yes. I used to want her to get defense when she leveled, but Then I realized that she just gets doubled and dies anyway. So it is... If she gets a speed, it's a good level, and if she doesn't get a speed, it's a not so great level. But her speed chance is, what, like 30% or something? It's not amazing. Yeah, you really just want her to get enough speed so that she doesn't get doubled. Usually units want enough speed so that they double other people, but it's mages in the desert, her base res is bad? No shot. Her resistance is incredible, isn't it? I don't think I've ever had any trouble with her resistance-wise. But maybe I'm misremembering. Problem is she's second tier while everybody else is like third tier evolution. So she's gonna be weak inherently. I just don't remember. I don't remember mages being a problem for her. Ever. We didn't have enough to get him. Gotcha. In that case, we would just want to stay here. We'll have you do that next turn. Okay, we're doing this kind of slow, but that's fine. And the desert map is super scary. Those part 4 maps are going to be terrifying for me. Because I'm going to have like 3 units. While my team's split up. It's going to be a rough time. Oh man, he still didn't have enough. I should have mathed that last turn. Oh, crit, never mind. Easy. Oh man, I'm having trouble reading that. Something after chapter 1, I mean fire mages in the defend map where Tyrannia and Jillin's Arc appear. I'm not sure what you said there. Okay, so we need you to heal you or you'll die. And she can hit him for like 10. Yeah, we can just do 2 Leo shots and 1 Micaiah. We do want to try to save Iron Bow uses if we can. We want to make sure you don't accidentally equip that. So like this level, there's no time limit, so Edward's basically not allowed to equip a weapon. Oh, she only does 9. That's awkward. I wonder if he'll run away when he's at 1. Probably not. And Jill and Har are banned, so we're not allowed to even roll those. That just warps the game way too much if you get either of those. Okay, so you can heal 2. And he could herb up to full, or he could not. I forget how much this guy does. 11 versus 5. So you should be chilling. I gotta streamline my actions here a little more. We're going kind of slow. I was always hoping if you had none of these birds get scared, you'd get something. Because if somebody walks on the tile, it'll scare them. Kind of a unique level in that way. Maybe there's other stuff for other levels, I just didn't notice it. But, okay. So now, I could have Leo tank a hit if he wants. I have to stay out of this guy's range, which is 1, 2, 6. So Leo could go here and shoot him if he wanted. Be kind of good. I'm gonna try to waste as few vulneraries and stuff as we can. If Edward stays there, this guy will attack Leo instead. Which I think is good. If he goes here, I can still get around. If he goes there, I can get around. Micaiah needs to heal. Probably... I don't know if she wants to herb or vulnerary. Does the 4 extra health matter? I think it's safer to just go herb. If I vulnerary, I can heal him twice and get 20 XP. Okay, so he still can't kill Leo from this health. But also, if I had kept Micaiah down there, which I don't really know why I moved her up 1, she could have gotten him down. I think together they wouldn't be able to kill him anyway. Yeah, we'll let him hit me 1 more time. I need to find a turn to use the Dragon Shield, by the way. sacrifice it up. These early levels are going to be pretty grindy, I imagine. Most of the game's grindy the way I play it. I like focusing on a few units. Okay, what do we got? Luck. So this is where you should int and redo the level. Because it's the first stage in the run, so I could just int and get a better level. That's kind of lame though, so we'll probably not do that. But basically he just skipped a level, which is not ideal. Okay, so you want to be at the max of this guy's range. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to be here, and then he'll come attack Edward, and then we can start hitting him. Okay, and he shouldn't be able to kill Leo, but he would be able to kill Micaiah. 1, 2, 3, 5. We could hit her if we do that. I think Micaiah's job is just to heal here. Edward's gonna body block, and Leo's gonna get a shot off. But yeah, getting like a strength or a speed in these early levels matters so much. You don't need to heal, but we should probably get some healing on you for next stage. I still can't decide which one to be using here. Herbs or vulneraries. Okay. He'll die next turn if he doesn't do anything. If these guys team up, they can't kill anyway. Yeah. Okay, so she needs to heal. You could take one more hit. I think you're safe to go there. Alright, we'll just crit. We kind of lose XP by critting there, but we take less damage for a little bit. So, not the worst. Okay, I think I want to draw him down. 6. So if he moves over here, I'll start attacking us. No, he hit the bird! So he does 7, so you're alive. Imagine he won't kill you either. Micaiah wants to heal. I think we'll start vulnerating instead. Okay. I think we want to back up a little bit. Okay. So he did 7 last time, so we knew he'd do 7 there. There's no like RNG to damage. Except crits. You have 5 defense and you have 5. So yeah, it's the same for each. You can run over here and hide. You can heal him up. I should be trying to get Micaiah more XP in these early stages if I can, because like her getting a speed would be huge. Res, magic, luck. I'm pretty sure she maxes magic and res like by herself pretty easily. But I do have a spreadsheet where it'll show me like the average or like the expected gain for all the units and stuff. So like when she's level 10, I can be like, oh, she's exactly where she's supposed to be on skill, or she's down by 2 points on res or something. Kind of fun to just see how our units are doing every now and then. So he does like 7 damage, but we should be able to just kill him here. If this doesn't kill, or like if Leo misses here, there's bad things. Because then he can probably kill Micaiah. Okay. Alright, so this guy has 10 speed. So he can't double Leo. He can't double base Micaiah, which is cool. But he also does 19 damage, which is a lot. He has a vulnerary that we can't steal. So 19 minus 5 is 14. But if we make it minus 7, it'll only be 12. Which I think actually matters. I'm pretty sure I've tried to greed the Draco Shield and not use it, and it hasn't worked with Leo. So we probably just want to get on it and use it. He's going to have to frontline a lot in this campaign anyway. Yeah, so I think she needs to heal him. He needs to Draco Shield. I don't think we're quite ready. So he has 6 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can hit me there, so I only want to go probably here this turn. And then Edward can approach as well. I think I have to switch off between tanking with Leo and Edward. It's kind of awkward. Ooh, I could sacrifice. heal 1 HP to Edward and get 10 XP. Kinda nice. There is no bonus for beating this level quickly because it's already been 20 turns. Yeah, he shouldn't be able to hit me if he can't hit you. Okay, so I could go up here and shoot him. 10 XP for free. The sacrifice skill is so good, actually. It's really nice when you get a healer, because, like right here, if I had Laura, Laura could stand up here and heal him, or Micaiah could heal him, and then Laura could heal Micaiah. It's like a lot of actions, and it takes a lot of time, but it's just so much XP out of combat. I think standing here is where we want to be. So we'll see how the attack goes, but we didn't get any stats. So sketchy. Oh, right. Leonardo tanking is super awkward. Right. Okay, so Leo can go here and shoot him. And then Edward can go here, shove Leo back in way. And then Micaiah could use her turn to heal Edward, or she could use her turn to weaken him down. She does have 0 crit, which is huge because I don't want her stealing kills. So I actually think her attacking is a pretty big deal here. We want to kill him quicker. The Tellius games usually have pretty good lines between the characters and the boss. Well, it's mostly Ike, I guess. I think in Path of Radiance, Ike has a line with like every boss. I don't know if they're quite as good in this game, but it's so interesting since Radiant Dawn limits XP on hard mode. One of the very weird design choices. What do you mean by they limit XP on hard mode? Like, you just get less of it? That seems normal, because they would want your guys to be on average lower level to make the game harder. But maybe there's some like specific way they limit it that you find weird. So 2 more shots should kill, or we could YOLO. I think it's probably better to just kill him than to, like... We get a little bit of XP for shooting him, because he is like a boss. But we save time, and we save spamming vulneraries if we just kill him. And if this misses, we're still fine. So I definitely want to make sure Leo gets the kill instead of Micaiah, because the XP is a lot more valuable, but I think usually when we do this, Micaiah gets more XP than she got this time, and I think Leo gets more XP than he got this time. Like, I think if we reset and tried it again, they'd probably end up higher level. And I probably should have traded my items here, because I think Edward needs stuff for next level. Next level's time, so I have to actually like use Edward. Okay, so he got no strength, speed, or defense in both levels, so Leo's like not doing good. And Micaiah didn't get a good level either. She got like an average level. I wish there's a balanced ROM for this game, like Project Ember was for FE6, even if that one went too far. I haven't tried mods for Fire Emblem games, so I'm not sure how good they are, but I tried a mod for just like the original Pokemon game region, and that was really well done. So I'm sure mods would be good. This would be the best Fire Emblem game if it wasn't horribly unbalanced. There's a lot of things about it that I have as complaints, but there's a bunch of improvements from Path of Radiance that I like, and some of the choices they did I think are like kind of cool, but I wouldn't want done like all the time. Like how long the game is and how many units there are is pretty cool, and having you like have different lords throughout the game keeps it like feeling different, even though I don't like that sometimes. Jared is such a well-written villain. Oh, it's so fun. I watched Odd One play this game. It was really fun watching him like read Jared's lines and stuff. Such a good villain. Yeah, I really like the Fire Emblem Tellius region. I don't know why there's no like weapon triangle in Radiant Dawn though. That's kind of weird. They nerfed horses a lot in this game. They feel a lot more balanced than in Path of Radiance. I don't really like using them because their stat caps make them feel bad endgame, but like their Cantho mobility and usefulness and stuff throughout the rest of the game is really good. And in endgame, you're just supposed to use the Laguz Kings and stuff anyway. I hate doing that. I just don't like using Laguz. Laguz feel better to use in this game than the other one, but I still don't like them. Only on hard mode, another weird choice. Yeah, like I feel like Weapon Triangle is something that it would make more sense to have off on like easy mode and then on hard mode, because it's like one more thing to think about. Because like I feel like people playing on easy mode probably don't even notice that it exists. Kind of weird, but I don't know. I think the worst decision they made in the Tellius games is biorhythm. So I don't know if you're going to be able to point out something worse than that. I have really mixed feelings about the skills, being able to like take them off and put them on so easily. It feels a little too harsh in Path of Radiance where you can't take them off ever, but like how much you take them off and put them on in this game with like very little penalties, kind of sketchy. I do like that their innate ones cost no capacity. Without that, I'd be really sad about it. So like if someone comes with a skill, you're motivated to keep that skill on them if you're going to use them, which I think is fine. I like that. So I think I lean towards this one a little more than the other one. The Vantage nerf was necessary, but man, Vantage in Path of Radiance is so fun. Any ability that has a 100% chance of working is so much better than something that has a chance of not working, because you can't rely on it. I really wish Miracle in both games had a 100% chance of striking, so you could actually like play around it. It's such a cool skill. Maybe it would have to cost more than 5, but it'd be really cool if it automatically halved instead of having a chance of halving. And then like the stuff being proccing on like a skill percentage is kind of weird. Skill or luck percentage. Okay, so. Oh man. We did our Meg Leonardo runs, and we did this stage like 5 or 6 times, I feel like, and we had it down. And since we're using Leonardo, we should just be doing the same thing we did before. But I don't remember what we were doing. Oh well. So I think Nolan going up here and hitting this guy was required, because I really want the Javelin guy dead. But I think this is like a no-brainer move. Like this. I'm okay with taking more risks early on in the campaign, especially if Leonardo gets like really bad levels. So he could... Edward could shove him, and then he'd be in range to shoot this guy, but he probably wouldn't even kill anyway. This is just like a vulnerary or something. I think it's probably smartest to just skip it, honestly. Because I only have 10 turns for this level, and I always like barely finish it. Any more turns we have is more time like Leo could be getting kills for XP. But yeah, I think Micaiah, she can't get shoved because she starts here, so no one can shove her. So she can't get in range to like heal him. So I think she just goes here and gives Edward some stuff. I'm not sure how much stuff Edward's going to need. And Edward can't be in range of this guy. So Edward has to go probably here. Leo could go here and tank a hit instead of Edward tanking a hit if I wanted. I wonder if Micaiah was able to shove Leo. She probably was, but then she'd be out of combat, which is probably not worth. But like if I moved Edward first and then I had Micaiah shove Leo, Leo could get in range to shoot this guy, but I'm pretty sure Leo isn't strong enough to kill him. Yeah, I'd need 18 attack, and I have like, what, 16? 14. Oh, we never used the Dragon Shield last level. That was a mistake. Luckily, we can use that now. Okay, so he's got more defense, so I'm tempted to have him tank the hit. I forget. These turns matter, and I should plan it out more. But yeah, if Edward goes up here, he's going to take some damage and counterattack if this guy chooses to hit him over Nolan, which he might not. Nolan might. Like, this guy's going to attack Nolan, and then Nolan will kill him. And then Nolan can get hit by this guy, and this guy, and this guy maybe even. Like, Nolan might just die. So putting Edward here seems kind of important. But if Edward gets hit by this and this, he probably dies, so I don't think I can do that. I think Edward has to go there. But Leo could go there instead if he wanted to. I think Leo taking a hit is better than Edward taking a hit, but Leo getting, or Edward getting to hit him back might be relevant, so we'll try that this time. Yeah, Leo goes here and Dragon Shields. Yeah, and if we roll Edward as one of our units, we have to Dragon Shield him. But yeah, every game we get Leo, Edward, or Nolan, and they all have like a cool, unique weapon that I don't mind blessing for endgame, so they don't count as like my only axe user of the game because you only get one Irvan, which is kind of neat. How's it going, Reen? Alright, so we can keep the sword here. Now, Nolan and Edward aren't on my list of units down there, so I'm not supposed to be like equipping weapons with them and fighting with them, but this level is an exception because I think it would be an auto lose unless I had Nolan as one of my units. Because I don't think you can beat it with Edward. I think even if you had Edward and Leonardo, you wouldn't be able to beat this level. Maybe you would if you could do some cheeky way of like getting them to move out of your way and sneak past, but I don't know if it's even possible. You kind of have to if you don't use Nolan. Yeah, so for the like timed levels and for the levels where like I don't have those units, so like the prologue of part 2, I'd literally have no units. No, I think I have Alencia this time, but sometimes I'll literally have no units. And that level's timed anyway. I don't think Alencia can solo it, so I have to use them a little bit since they bounce you around so much in this game. But like in Path of Radiance, it's so clean. I can just say the rules are no one can equip a weapon that's not one of the people, and then I have Ike for every level, so I don't ever have levels where I like have no units and have like a huge like turn time thing. But I don't want to give myself enough where I can't unequip somebody and have them like block in either game. So I'm always allowed to unequip and block. The big, like, the spirit of the rule there is they shouldn't, guys not on the list shouldn't be taking XP from guys that are on the list. So like healing is fine, singing with like the herons is fine because that's not like taking XP from someone else. But then like equipping weapons and killing units is like taking XP from other people because they could be doing it. That's like the spirit of the rule there. But in this game I don't have a great like short condensed way of wording that, whereas in Path of Radiance it's a lot easier. Yeah, and another big rule is no forging weapons to change their stats. I had the change their stats part in there because I think, well, I know in Path of Radiance you can forge a light tome before you can buy it. So if I have Rice on my team, it's really nice to be able to buy that light tome like one stage early and actually use him. And then in this game, I think the shop like rotates off between selling like thunder, fire, and wind tomes, so then I can always just like buy one from the forge shop. But it would be a lot simpler to just say no forging, but in this game I actually let myself use coins when I forge. That's kind of fun. So we can like make an iron sword and coin it, which is kind of enjoyable. Yeah, so Nolan's hurt a ton, so Micaiah's best action is probably just healing him. Hopefully you can finish you off. Okay, so if you finish you off, if Nolan goes up and hits this guy... I don't know if Nolan wants to hit this guy. I kind of need to get rid of these two, don't I? So I could have Nolan hit this guy, and then I could have Leo finish him. So basically what we're trying to do is Leo every turn wants to last hit somebody, if possible. And then Micaiah, it would be nice if I could let her last hit people, because then she gets weapon level XP, which is kind of hard to get on her, because usually I just use healing with her. So like, ranking up her light is pretty nice, but if we get in a pinch, there's always arm scrolls, and then I'll probably remember to put discipline on her, and we can get her enough light weapon levels. We want to get her a pretty high level in light, because endgame I want to put like a cool light tome on her and have her bless it, and then we can throw that on Laura, if we want to. We don't have to throw it on Laura, but it'll be neat to like have a Purge or a Nosferatu with infinite uses for late game, in addition to Rex Aurora or whatever. That'll be pretty cool. But yeah, I think Micaiah probably has to heal Nolan as her action so Nolan can attack. However, if Micaiah plus Leo can kill that guy, maybe not this turn. They can. Is Valora worth it to use an arm scroll on for light rank? If you're allowed to forge weapons, using arm scrolls is just not worth it, because I think you would just rather use the money on forging broken weapons. But I'm not allowed to forge like broken weapons, so I have a lot more like room to use arm scrolls. I think we'll have more money than we know what to do with, really. So I might just use a couple arm scrolls, but I think with the discipline scroll, I can get her high enough in weapon level that I don't need arm scrolls, probably. For anybody in particular. Can you use arm scrolls on Lagoos? That'd be busted if you could. I never use Lagoos, so I don't know. I'm imagining not, because they're untransformed in base, so their weapon's probably not equipped. Oh, maybe in level you could transform them and then use it, maybe? Arm scroll would be busted on Lagoos, because they're, unlike in Path of Radiance, their weapons actually like get stronger as they weapon level up. Right, I'm pretty sure they don't do that in Path of Radiance. They made a lot of nice Lagoos changes in this game to make them almost units that I'd want to use, but... which one's Velura, though? Is that the poisoning one? I think poisoning for the player is kind of not great. Velura sounds like the one that poisons, but... I think it's like Rexura that's the SS one or whatever, and then I think it's Nosferatu that drains health, which is really, really nice for like a squishy guy if you want to frontline them. And then Purge for like just standing in the back and shooting people. But Purge, like those long-range tomes aren't that great in endgame in this game, I feel like. It's kind of weird because endgame is a lot about resistance, and the rest of the game is a lot about defense. So you find a lot of like magic user enemies in endgame. Okay, so I could have Nolan weaken him, but since Micaiah plus Leo can kill that guy, that seems like the way to go. And then Nolan's probably just going to heal. I could have Nolan move here and heal, but then Edward has to tank 2 hits. Can Edward tank 2 hits? 16 plus 16, 11 plus 11, so he would die. So Edward has to... Edward's going to move up 1 after this guy dies and heal. Nolan's going to stand still and heal. Micaiah's going to weaken him, and then Leonardo's going to finish him. If either of them miss, things get bad, but it's early enough in the game we can just take the chance. If I'm taking like if an 89% chance misses, I lose. Taking that like later in the game is horrible, because losing the entire game is just awful. We're doing Ironman, so if anybody dies, like, we're done. There's no resets. If a character's dead, they're permadead. This will be like the 3rd iteration of this rule set I'm trying. So we did one like 8 months ago, and we actually beat it. We lost Zark later in the game, and we lost Oscar later in the game as well. We still managed to win, which is kind of crazy. I didn't think I'd actually win. And then we did one like 4 months ago where we had Leo and Meg for early game, and I died a bunch of times, but it was on me. Like, if I played better, it was doable. So Leo, Meg, even though that's a pretty big meme for the Dawn Brigade, which is already a big meme, it's still doable. My favorite class in the game is definitely the Marksman, Archer, Deadeye. I think those are the 3 that they turn into. I love that when they're their final form, all the bows turn into longbows. And then at the end of the game, in this game, you get the double bow, which can hit people at 1 range. So like, it feels so good when you equip the double bow to like Rolf or Leonardo or Shinnon. It's amazing. And I think it feels alright on Astrid, but since she can already use like lances or something, it doesn't feel as cool. Rexora's the 12 Knight one. Allura might be the poison one, my bad. Okay, so you meant Rexora. I think Rexora is worth it. It depends what you want to do with whoever your light user is late game. I mean, they're probably not going to be amazing, so you'd probably be better off using other units. Well, I mean, you'd always be better off just using Royals, because Royals are stupid, but I think it's workable. But yeah, like Micaiah, you got to get like 19 levels in endgame like really, really quick. And then if she gets like okay level ups and stuff, she can be pretty strong. Like if you look at her final form, the caps for her stats are just really good. It's just like getting there is really, really hard. Because I'm not sure if she naturally gets there super easy, and then also just like getting 19 levels in the end game is kind of tough to like manage. Yeah, okay, so I want to clear the ones on the right more than the ones on the left, because we can't advance until these 2 are dead. Yeah, this is going to be awkward, because I can't have Nolan tank this guy. Okay, if Nolan takes 16 plus 16, how much life does he have left? 7 plus 7, so he'll be down to 15. So he could tank all three, which means I could leave Edward here, and then this guy would have the option of hitting Nolan instead, which I think is good. If this guy hits Nolan and suicides, I think I just have to let that happen because it's a timed level, and I always run out of time in this level, so we gotta be quicker. If we had more time, we'd unequip his weapon and let Leo like kill everybody for XP, just because that's how I want to play the game. It's not the best. Like, I think the minimal amount of XP I'm gonna get for like making sure Leo kills things and taking like 50 more turns in a level to do it is just super outweighed by getting base XP by finishing quicker. But I just have more fun like funneling. Especially in Path of Radiance. Like, I'll funnel XP into Ike instead of getting base XP. And XP on Ike is like completely worthless because he's going to cap. So I think Herb is totally fine here. We're missing out on 1 health, but that's okay. A lot of times it's actually preferable because then Micaiah can sacrifice and heal. But in a timed stage, it's not. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave him down here so this guy's the option of hitting Nolan. So this level is going to be, like, it is quite likely we won't kill everybody in the level. Well, it's 100% likely we won't kill everybody in the level because there's going to be some people who come here that I have no chance of killing. But I don't think we're going to, like, not have people to kill before the level ends. It's pretty hard to get everything dead. That run where we had Edward, getting this was really important. I had Edward and Zark in the same run, which was awkward, and it made me really sad because Edward, I put so much XP into like getting him levels and stuff, and then you get Zark, and Zark was like the same level with like better than or equal stats. So it's like I spend a whole bunch of time and effort like getting Edward going, and then you just get a Zark who's like as good or better. So it's like you could put 0 effort in and just have him, or you could put a ton of effort in, but Edward gets his own special cool weapon, you know? I think it gives plus luck, which is the worst one as well. Maybe I'm missing something with the luck stat, but you can get him up to like 40... Does it give like 7 luck or something? So you could get him to like 47 luck, which would be cool if he had anything that scaled with luck, which some skills do. I don't think his actually does. Wrath is probably better than Adapt. And in Ironman, Wrath is insanely risky, and it doesn't pair with Vantage in this game like it does in Path of Radiance, so I personally don't use Wrath super often, I guess. Okay, anyway, we're taking like 6 years to do 1 turn. Okay, so we did choose Edward, and then him being at 18 health is a lot. That's going to be awkward. This guy will probably kill himself, which is okay. I'd like to have Leonardo finish him, but we can't afford to be slow here. Oh, yeah, it's pretty important to kill both of these guys. How much does Nolan do? So Nolan would bring him down to 1, and then I could have Leo kill this guy, Micaiah kill this guy, and Edward stand up here and heal. I don't think this guy will move, so if Edward stood here, this guy would go hit him, and then this guy would probably hit him. I can't let Edward get hit by like more than 1 guy, probably. He might be able to take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is where I'd have to go. And then this guy would run over and hit me. And then I get to hit him back. Is that even worth it? Probably not. Yeah, I think Nolan hitting this guy is pretty important. And it hurts me to leave this, but it's like a vulnerary, which is not worth at all. I lose like 2 turns on somebody. And all these guys are like using their turns. So I would have had to like send Edward over here. The next turn he'd move over here, and then he'd finally come back. And by that point, maybe the guys wouldn't even be there, so it'd be like... This house is just such a bait with the level being so timed. Okay, so... I'm pretty sure this is necessary. If he misses, bad things happen, but... Again, later in the game, taking a 90% and you just lose if you miss is horrible. But our Leo levels were awful, and it's super early in the game, so like if we die and redo it, it's not the end of the world. Okay. So if she goes here, this guy still can't shoot her, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so Edward's gonna have to go here and heal. Edward could go here, but then this guy can hit him. Yeah, this guy can definitely hit him, so that's not worth. I'm pretty sure this guy won't move. So, is it valuable to have Edward bring this guy over. Because if he doesn't, I can get the house this turn, which is kind of nice. I think I'd rather he didn't. Because then if this guy's in my way, I can't advance. So I actually think it's better to not have him hit. Okay. So 100%, 95%. 100%, 100%. So to minimize our chance of missing, we should do this. Because then we avoid a 95%er, and I think the XP will be the same. I guess I didn't check what their levels were. Okay, and then she could go here and hit him, but then I can't get the house this turn. Well, if Edward gets the house, can he heal after? I don't actually know. We will find out. I think he probably can't, but this guy has 6 move. No range, so he shouldn't be able to hit me anyway. No visits and consume in a turn. Sad. Some games I feel like you can. Some games I feel like you can't for this. But either way, I think we're chilling. I definitely don't want to miss that house, even though... See, who's my axe user this game? Boyd? Yeah, that's forever away. Ooh, so this guy advanced, and this guy didn't. That's really good info. This guy advanced without even being in range. So, like, running up to him and killing him would be extremely valuable. She is 1 away from getting in range without getting countered. Misclicking here is death. Okay, so like having Nolan go here and hit him once, down to 4 HP, and then having Leo finish him off would be extremely valuable. Then you could go here and heal. And then I don't think this guy... Oh, this guy's a hand axe and will probably move. That is risky, but it'll give us some good knowledge, and I'm okay with being risky since this run is pretty bad. Yeah, our levels have not been good. So I'm fine with taking this risk here. I'm going to do that first so that Micaiah can move up here to heal Nolan. But Micaiah... Like, sacrifice seems really scary because Micaiah's already insanely squishy, and then, like, putting her down to 1 health is really scary. But, honestly, if she ever gets hit by anybody, she's just dead anyway, so what's the difference between her being at full and 1? Usually not anything. Okay, but we gotta do that so Nolan can survive after this, but killing the range guy is really nice because I'm not gonna get to counterattack him very often. Getting to do all this is pretty good. It would have been nice if Micaiah could have healed Edward, and then... Nah, Edward would have had to go up here, hit, then get hit, then she'd have to go here, heal. It'd be tricky, but like this guy's gonna take longer than I want. Yeah, true, it's not scary since her HP means nothing, she just dies in 1 hit anyway. If you can get her to not get doubled, I don't know. So if you're brand new to the game, your expectations are, ooh, it's a lord, lords are always good, and you're super, super disappointed because she feels useless throughout the entire game. But when you go in with the expectation of her being useless throughout the entire game, sometimes she gets a couple good levels early and you're like, wow, Micaiah's actually kind of good here. Because she'll get enough speed to not get doubled, or you'll give her a speed wing and she'll get good speed and she'll double her enemies, and oh my gosh, she'll actually do damage, it's glorious, and then she'll cap out on levels and get outscaled and be useless anyway. Even in the best scenarios, it's sad. They shouldn't make the Lord this big of a bait. I don't know what they did with the Dawn Brigade in this game, but they made them so weak. Like, the Dawn Brigade sucks. Oh, it's rough. It's rough. Okay, so missing this would be horrible, but luckily Leonardo is not... I thought he missed more. Maybe his Biorhythm's just... No, his Biorhythm's bad. Okay. Okay. Now we need to get Nolan hitting the people up pretty soon. The hand axe is going to be scary, because I think the guy moves. I think I remember him not moving and then being surprised by him moving. 11 is so much damage. Axes are brutal. Okay, he didn't move yet, but I think he'll move later. Okay, so this guy's at 7. I think you can kill from there, which is... No, you can't. That sucks. So Micaiah probably could. Alternatively, Micaiah could spend her turn healing, and then later on she could heal Nolan when he needs to attack. Would be kind of useful. Nolan will do 23. I don't have to care about weapon triangle. 23 minus 6 is 17, so he'll leave this guy at 1, which is awkward. So I guess he can go up and heal. Micaiah can go here and hit this guy. Oh, Micaiah can actually stand where Nolan is. But then this guy will hit her and kill her. If he has 5 movement, we're chilling. He has 6, so we're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's tricky because Edward's in the way. Like, I want Nolan to go where Edward is. I want Edward to go here. I want Micaiah to go where Nolan is, and I want Leo to stay where he is. And all of that together is just not possible. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Leo not getting his strength in any of his levels is such a big deal here. If he had gotten 1 strength, then he'd be able to kill this guy here, which would fix everything. Micaiah could use her turn to heal then, or potentially hit this guy. Probably not. No. So if I do 7... It'd be nice to have Nolan go up here, hit this guy, and then Leonardo finish him, but then these guys will come up and kill Nolan, if that could even work. I really don't want to spend 2 turns killing him. I really want to spend 1 turn killing him. Then Leo does nothing, which is sad. This is a tough turn. Is Leo close to leveling? Okay, so if Leo... Huh. Yeah, this turn's really awkward. I'm not sure what to do. If Edward hits him and Leo hits him twice, he'll die. So heal, attack, heal, heal, I think is the play. But I'm not, like, thrilled about it. So apparently this guy won't move yet, but I'm pretty sure he'll move up 1. I'm pretty sure maybe it's once he's in combat he'll move, but I'm pretty sure he'll move, and I think he'll move also. Once they're in combat, maybe? Because I feel like I remember assuming they wouldn't move and losing because of it. That seems like something that would happen. Okay. So we'll focus on that guy this round, and then that means Nolan's going to have to tank an extra hit from this guy. I could have Nolan kill him on the counter swing, and then this guy would also start fighting. If I was not in a time pinch, I definitely wouldn't want to do that. But I think I'm in enough time pinch. Like, if I do this and I end up not doing anything for like 2 turns or something, that's sad, but what I would like to do there is unequip him, and then let Leo kill this guy. Not next turn, but the turn after. But just based on my memory of how this level goes, I always run out of time, so I should respect that. And ooh, I didn't get a vulnerary on her. That's unfortunate. Like you said, her being at 1 health versus 11 is not much different, but her ability to heal the ally with sacrifice is why it matters. So yeah, right there, I'd really like Leo to kill that instead of Nolan, but killing that guy and then getting this guy down to potential kill range is just way too valuable. And then if that guy died, I'd be worried about someone stepping up, but he didn't, so that's pretty nice. Pretty sure this always happens here. Oh, 100% chance of killing that guy. Okay. I think I want to take the 95. So if I take the 100%, then Micaiah's job is to kill this guy. And it doesn't work because she can't get in to do it without like Edward running over here. Or Leonardo moving or something, but Leo needs to stand there. So if I have Leo kill this guy, then Nolan and Edward can advance. Micaiah can kill. And since no one else is in range, that should be good. We're looking really good on time, I think. We've still got quite a few turns. And we've dealt with like all the enemies, so I think we're looking really good on time. It'll look like we were being too cautious, but I remember getting greedy so many times on this level and running out of time, so I think I'm okay with handling it this way. Yeah, we got a 5% chance of missing, and it'll be really bad if we do. Which, later in the game, again, are risks you don't want to take. You'd think, like, 95% chances are big, but when you take, like, a lot of 95% chances, you're bound to miss one. Okay, so Leo's gotten... Is that 3 levels that have all been absolutely horrible? Like, no strength, no speed, no defense? Yeah, like, he's already kind of a meme tier unit, and if he's gonna get levels like that, it's not good. We absolutely should reset. Because we're so early. We really should. Okay, so if you go here, you will only get hit 16. And if you go here, you're super dead. Oh yeah, the crit chance is scary. For sure. You don't want to let any of you guys be crit. 5% crit chance is terrifying as well. Dang. Leo has everything promised to me. Rip. Okay, so first of all, Leo has the Dawn Brigade debuff. Okay, that's just unlucky. But his class is good. He'll be okay later. What's really fun is in part 3. He gets a crossbow, and then you give him Beast Foe, and he just goes ham. But he can't tank anything, so he just dies. But he kills everything. He'll do like 70 damage. It's so fun. Okay. So I have to assume Micaiah can kill that guy, because Leo could kill him, so Micaiah obviously can. Okay, so we gotta risk Nolan dying to a crit. Which I don't know that there's gonna be a way for me to avoid. Maybe... Okay. So he has 7 luck, and he's still gonna get crit. He has 8 luck, 8 luck, 11 luck. So she would still have 1% of getting crit. But she would die without the crit. Yeah, I think Leo is a little better than people give him credit for, but he's pretty bad. Yeah. And traditionally, in all the Fire Emblem games I've played at least, bow-only people are pretty bad. But this game, they got a couple things going for him. I like him a little more in this game than usual. Oh yeah, I don't remember the win condition. I remember thinking about the win conditioning and figuring it out, but I don't remember what the answer was. A defense? You'd think that would matter, but it doesn't. Okay, so Micaiah's gotten 2 levels that have been mediocre. We really should just say hit or miss for Micaiah. If she gets a speed, it's a hit. If she doesn't, it's a miss. But she did get some other stats for them, and like defense is pretty rare for her. You never know, maybe she'll get like a ton of defense, but it's she'll cap even if she gets much. Okay, so I could put him here and then he won't get to counterattack. I think I'd rather give him the chance of counterattacking and not let that guy move. Does he do 16? Yeah, so we can use a herb and it's the same thing. Yeah, these levels are so bad. I get really greedy with my levels if I let myself do any resets, so I really should just not let myself do any. But it feels so bad to miss out on that many. Alright, so we dodged the 4% crit there. I think I just have to take one of those in this level. Yeah, that is perfect, because Micaiah killing the boss and wasting XP is so much worse. So luckily, Leo plus Nolan. Nolan getting 0 levels and Leo getting 0 strength can still kill, so this is always a thing. Like, 1 hit from Nolan plus 1 hit from Leo should kill the boss always, which is really nice to know. Did Edward miss? Oh no, he hit Nolan, okay. Micaiah probably dies to the counterattack here, even at full health. What do you bet? She did get a defense. I bet the counterattack does 15 or more damage. I'm betting the counterattack does 17 damage. 18? She got a defense, come on, man. Brutal. So she can't even weaken him down because she'll die on the counterattack. Oh, poor girl. Okay. But the utmost priority here is absolutely killing the boss because he has crit rate. Oh, 40, 48, 46% hit? Oh yeah, he'll just miss. Never mind. We're chilling. Okay, so he'll drop a sword. You gotta watch out early game to not... like if my item slots were filled, that sword would be a problem. It's interesting in Path of Radiance, you get 4 weapon slots and 4 other slots, and in this game you just get 7. So like in Path, the weapon slots 4 feels like a little too few, and in this game it would be a lot too few. So I think I like the 7 slots better in this game, because it was 4-4 in this game, weapon slots would be super tight. But having the 4 other slots is kind of nice, because then you can have like a Vulnerary and an Elixir, and a Pure Water, and your band for stats. This game you don't get the stat bands. Or do you? Pretty sure you don't. Kind of a fun min-max thing. Alright, but anyway, I think him going here to be out of the way is better. There's nowhere he can go where he can shoot this guy, and then this guy can shoot him, right? This spot I think is better. Ideally, that guy would hit Leo. on his turn. Oh yeah, Leo has cancel. Steel sword. Okay, so the cancel means sometimes when I hit them, they won't hit me back. So on an archer, that's pretty awkward because usually archers aren't shooting people who can hit you back. And they're usually not tanky enough where they want to be. Okay, so I could have her heal Nolan and then Nolan step up. That seems like the best. Okay, and then we kind of want to weaken that guy, but probably not on my turn. But wow, we have an absurd amount of extra time. I guarantee, though, if we get greedy, we will run out of time. But right now, it seems like we were not even close to greedy enough, because we have like 2 extra turns where we're doing nothing. That's alright. It's a pretty minimal amount of XP in the grand scheme of things. So if we attack, we'll die. We just have to wait. Don't escape on accident. And then he can't do enough damage here. If we attack, we'll die, so we just have to wait. And next turn, we can spend our whole turn killing that guy. And then we want to have everybody but Micaiah escape, because I think when Micaiah escapes, the level ends, but I don't remember if that's how it goes or not. But he missed. So Leo does 7 damage and probably won't miss. So I need to hit him 13. Do not do 13. That's going to have to be a Nolan hit. And if Nolan misses, what do we do? If Nolan misses, we're going to have to give the kill to Micaiah, which is sad. I think necessary. Yeah, there's a lot of like a 70% is even worse. Like taking 95s in these early levels is probably fine. Really don't want to be taking a lot of 70s. Okay. So you should kill. Works out pretty well. Alright, and then next turn these guys will move up here. It'll be turn 9. And then they'll move up here and attack me. And it'll be turn 10, which means I have to leave. So I can get 1 round of counter-attacking one or both of those guys in if I wait. I mean, I think either way Edward wants to just leave. He probably isn't going to want to tank stuff in the future. I think Edward can just escape. And then Micaiah could heal herself this turn, and the next turn sacrifice heal somebody for 10 XP. Meh. Is it worth a vulnerary for 10 XP? Probably not. I don't remember if she leaves if the level's over or not. I guess I could find out right now. I think waiting 2 turns to maybe get XP there is not worth it, and then maybe we can see if we get bonus XP also. So I think we just have her leave. I cannot remember doing this level and having extra time ever. Maybe when I was using Nolan? No, because it's the first level you get him, so he's not going to be like over leveled or anything. I can't remember doing this level and having extra time ever. But I guess we didn't miss. I feel like Nolan misses and then you lose like 2 turns. So you'd think it's only 1, but he can't like, if he uses his turn to attack and make up for the miss, then he gets hit again. So a lot of times he can't do that. He just has to heal. And then you skip like, it feels like you lose a ton of time. It may be that Micaiah may get more XP out of the sacrifice than the chipping damage. Yeah, honestly, Micaiah sacrificing is just better. Until she's like super underleveled, in which case she's probably level capped because she doesn't evolve until like class change into like horrible times in the story. And she just like, she's going to get as much XP as she needs through sacrifice until like the very end of the game. When she's in her 3rd form, then like there's only endgame left and you don't have time to spam sacks, which is sad. It'd be nice if she could bank up the XP or something. Okay, it's 2 RN, so maybe a little higher than 75, but yeah. Yeah, you really don't want to be taking misses. But I'm kind of secretly hoping that we die so we can get Leo better levels. I want him to be good. Okay, so if Micaiah leaves, the level's over. Okay, we'll write a note of that. Maybe in the future we'll remember. Probably not, but you never know. Okay, what else we got going on? bad the story's not voice acted. This is a cool part. Jared has a really good line here. I would just defer to the odd one clip for that, though. It's probably quite a few years ago at this point now. Okay, so this is our lower level, so we actually have heals. We got a bit of time. We get Sylph in this level, so we have an actually like good tank. My reward to myself for maxing out Sylph's stats so many times in Path of Radiance is we have a transfer perfect Sylph. I am kind of upset that I get him 20 resistance in Path of Radiance, and the class cap is 15 in this game, I think. So that's awkward. Because you lose the 5 res, and I didn't need to worry about it. And then something else awkward happens. When I did the Edward run, like 8 months ago or something, chat pointed out something cool with him, like he loses luck when he class changes or something. It was pretty funny. I forget what stat it was. I feel like it might have been luck. But yeah, so before I'm able to buy heal stabs, it's very easy to run out. So we can't just like grind her infinite levels here. She only gets 40 heals, and that's for this entire stage and the next entire stage. And then I think I'm able to buy stuff. So it's not nearly as bad as it is in Path of Radiance. Like, Soren gets 1 Wind Tome, and you have to do like... How many levels? Is it like 4 levels? Like quite a bit. So like, if you're using Soren in Path of Radiance, you gotta just last hit with him and not waste it. You do get a Fire Tome in the level before you can buy, but it's like at the end of the level. It's kind of hard. Okay. So this level, there's no time limit, so we don't want to be using Nolan or Edward anymore. Getting to like kill stuff with him last level is kind of like a cheat because the turn time thing makes it not really doable without. I wonder if we so like if we beat this run, the next run would be a Nolan run. If we don't beat this run, the next run will potentially be a Nolan run if we're not feeling Leonardo. But it's fairly likely at some point we'll lose, and if it's like into part 1, we might try again a few times. Like if I lost this level, I'd try again, start over. But if I'm like halfway through part 2 and I lose, we'll probably put it on hold for a while, depending on how much I feel like playing. But yeah, like if we ran it all the way through and beat it, then next run would either be a Nolan level or an Edward level. Whoever from the previous run is not in the eligibility pool, which is why Edward's not eligible at the moment. But since we did an Edward run and a Leonardo run on stream, we probably would force it to be a Nolan run. Anywho, the awkward thing about this level is there are reinforcements that come here and here, I believe. So what you want to do, my instinct here is to block these two, since these guys aren't ranged. You can put any units here, and then you can put like 1 unit here. So like Nolan here, and then you throw like Edward here and Micaiah here or something. Yeah, I kind of want 1 more unit. Well, Sylph runs down, joins the friends. Then you put Sylph here, put Edward, Nolan here. Leo can like shoot somebody from here, and then Micaiah can heal, Laura can heal. And then you got like a nice base down here. Problem with that is reinforcements will come here, and I don't remember how many. If it's literally like 2 reinforcements, we could have... we could just kill one, like the turn they jump in. So in this game, I don't think they reinforce and attack in the same turn. That'd be sad. I'm sure there's a Fire Emblem game where they do. That's toxic. If that happens. I don't know if Soth can get into here super easy either, because he'll probably just get surrounded. And we don't want Soth killing things. He's a freebie, so we're allowed to use him, but he's class changed, so him killing things is like getting 1 XP when everybody gets more. One thing we want to try to maximize with him is stealing gives him 10 XP. And like sacrifice, just using their ability gives him 10. I'm pretty sure it's 10 when he steals stuff. So if we can steal stuff, that's actually like useful XP. But he's basically like maxed all of his stats, so levels don't matter on him like at all. I think he's got a little room for speed and like a couple strength. So honestly, even if he's only like level 12 by the time in game that he just automatically class changes, it probably doesn't even matter. I think it's just like 3 strength and like 8 speed, and then he's like capped in everything with the transfer bonuses. So like getting levels on him is like completely irrelevant pretty much. The strength might matter because that affects what he can steal. There might be some point where him getting like 2 or 3 strength would matter, make a difference. But anyway, we could hang out here, down here for a while, or we could try to jump up like immediately. I think, man, that's so like I could push Micaiah, and then Micaiah plus Leo could try to kill this guy, but my Leo sucks. Like he would have had to get 4 speed to double, which probably would not happen by this point. And Micaiah only does 11. Only doing 11 as a magic person is sketchy. And her light tome is 3 attack. That feels like it's okay. I just remember Path of Radiance wind is like 1 power. It's kinda rough. But yeah. And he only has 1 res, so I do 10, which isn't enough. So ideally like Nolan would go up here, hit him, and then you'd finish him off, and then we could like get somebody planted there, Soth would come in here, and we could block this off, and like have a party up here in this corner. I think that's what we want to try to do, just because like the reinforcements down here make things really awkward. So I guess Leo could go here and hit him. I don't think this guy will move. This guy can't reach. I don't think this guy will move. I think these guys can't reach and probably won't come down. Alternatively, I could have Leo go here and shoot this guy. I don't think that's that useful. So personally, I think him going up here is better. And then Micaiah will probably die, so I don't think she gets to hit him this turn. But I expect Leo can survive a hit. And there, a crit actually wouldn't be bad. So Nolan could go here. Micaiah could go here, hit this guy, and then Nolan could go here, shove Micaiah back. Then Nolan has to eat 2 hits instead of 1. But then I get to do a little bit of damage. I don't think it's super worth. I am once again fairly worried about running out of weapons. We don't have Aaron yet. We get Aaron next level though. When I was doing Meg Leo, I remember the next stage, Leo would run out of weapons, and I wouldn't have Meg yet. So then Micaiah had to take a bunch of kills. But this game we'll get Aaron, and Aaron should have enough weapons for next stage. So we can probably use most of or all of Leo's bows this stage if we want. It wouldn't be bad to like have him last hit possible, but I think I'm a fan of this right here. I think Edward here. I think right here. Oh, what's really fun with sacrifice is if somebody levels up and they get 1 HP. Like right now, if Laura leveled up, she'd be at 17 HP. Or she'd have 17 max and be at 16, and then I could sacrifice for 1. But, I mean, you can make situations to spam sacrifice if you want. What's really nice is if you have like a tank that's taking 1 damage a turn, then she could sacrifice like 14 times for 1 heal, and then you wouldn't have to worry about running out of heals. But it doesn't benefit you that much, because Micaiah will max stats anyway. Okay. So yeah, 13 is quite a bit of damage to take to like hit him 7 or whatever. So, not the greatest. Oh, that guy going that way is awkward. Does Soth come out yet? No, not till next turn. Okay. Ooh, and he can't even get down here and shoot. So, yeah, I don't think that benefited us a lot. Like, you could go here, get him down to 9, and then you do like 8 damage or whatever, because you suck. So if he got 1 strength, he'd have done 8-8, and it would have been enough. Man, Leo sucking is not ideal. I gotta say, not great. Okay. feel like I have to abandon this. So the problem is, if I don't send anyone up here, this guy will stand here, this guy will stand here, and then Soth, when he comes, won't have a way to get in. So, if I put Edward up here alone, he's gonna get it twice and die, because these guys do 13 and 15 damage. Just 28, which is like not even close. So it'd have to be Nolan up there, but I already made that not able to happen. If they stand here and here, and I shoot up at them, it'll take forever to kill them, because they get a big evasion bonus. Makai will die in one hit to a 20 attack. Yeah, she will. It's so sad. Like, a mage, if they get double dying, is reasonable, but when they don't get double dying, it's tragic. Yeah, that guy will one-shot either of these. Sad day. Okay, so Leo has 7 defense. Yeah, he just has to come down. That's unfortunate. So Leo will come down where Edward is. Then we can sack and heal. I'll get him back to full. Nolan can just stand there. Lull. And then Edward will move here, I guess. Here? I can't think of an immediate benefit to either location, so I guess here. Yeah, we, oof. We're not doing great on our progress here. So instead of healing Leo, Makai could go here and shoot this guy. Makai could go here and sacrifice heal Nolan, and then Laura could heal Leonardo. So the difference there is Nolan would have 5 more HP and Makai would have 5 less HP. So I'm not into it. But yeah, it gave us more progress on turn 1, but less progress on turn 2. So I think overall that was not the way to do it. We could have probably killed this guy by now. Well, without Nolan attacking, it would have been hard. Which we're gonna avoid him attacking. But yeah, we have to save Soth somehow. I want him to get down there and start fighting. So if Soth goes here, this guy will get this side of him, this guy will get this side of him, this guy will stay there, and then one of these guys might choose to come here. And then he'll be completely surrounded and tanking, but we want him to be with the group and tanking. I guess it's not that big of a deal. He'll get 4 XP a turn. And I imagine he will never die. For these wimps, they probably can't even hurt him. Oh yeah, skill. So it looks like 2 strength. I forgot about skill. He can get a few skill points. And then it looks like, yeah, like 8-ish speed. I like that they have like a progress bar in this game, so you can kind of see how close to maxing they are, rather than just like having absolutely no idea. But yeah, in Path of Radiance, I'd get him 20 magic and 20 resist. Max everything, because he had Blossom. It's really cool. And then you transfer him over and be like, oh, I wasted a lot of time getting him 5 magic and 5 res that he doesn't need. But he can get 40 health in that game. So unclass change units in that game, all their stats, okay, their health and their luck max at 40, I guess. I thought it was 30 for luck, but 40 for health. I don't remember. I guess it was 40 for luck, otherwise he wouldn't have 40 now. Weird. Interesting. That's making me second guess myself. Huh. It probably wouldn't matter that much because he could get 10 luck in infinite levels. So you don't get more luck for like class changing. Wow. So the school unit. I spent so long looking for, because in Path of Radiance he says he's looking for someone, and I didn't find Stefan. So I assumed that the last character in the game was the one Soth was looking for. So I had him try to talk to like everybody in the entire game to see if he could recruit them. Because like there are some complicated recruits in that game. Like getting Shinnon back on your team is really tricky to figure out without help. Yeah, so if he goes here, he'll get surrounded on 3 sides, and if he goes here, he'll get surrounded on 4 sides. I think we'd rather have him surrounded on 4 sides because it'll be easier to unlock him. We gotta make sure to unequip or he'll start murdering everybody. Yeah, he's got 20 defense, so he should be chilling. So I guess I just stand here and shoot these guys and try to get Soth like a way out at some point. Either of them have like decent accuracy. Makai does. That's not great. If I miss, I don't use a durability though, which is kind of nice. Or we could be killing these guys. Yeah, a major problem is reinforcements are going to come here and here, and then I'm going to lose the game. So I could have Soth murder one dude. No, I don't like that. Yeah, I think Edward needed to guard here, because he can take one hit a turn. And I think Nolan needed to come up here. Because he can take multiple hits a turn. So if we redid the level, that's something to keep in mind. Which we will probably forget by the next time we're at this point. Yeah, we need to start killing people or we're going to lose pretty quick. Dang, that hit is was important. I don't think this hit matters. So it might be better to just YOLO try to hit that guy. But, like, we're not making any progress at all. Which has me deeply concerned at the moment. So when these reinforcements come, Leo can probably take one hit. Nolan can take two. Edward can probably only take one. I think one of them might be a bowman too. It's like, I could put Lore here, Micaiah here, Edward here, Nolan here, Leo here. And then that would block this. But then Leo and Nolan would both be getting hit twice, which I don't think Leo can handle. And then if there were any range guys, I'd get wrecked. So, like, I need Stealth to get down there. So maybe these guys won't move, but they probably will. One of them will probably move here, and then I can up there, I guess. I don't know. We're in a pretty awkward spot here. Didn't plan out far enough ahead. Ooh, that guy moving before those guys up there is massive. Because now we're not blocked upward. And yeah, so that Spearman being up there instead of an Axeman being down there is a really big big diff for us. And then this guy didn't even move because he can't reach. Huge. Yeah, we gotta be on the even game. I think if we steal, it'll auto-equip a weapon afterwards. So be careful about that. Yeah, now I could potentially advance up here. So these guys, last turn should have been getting ready to go up there if we knew that this was going to happen. Because I can put Nolan here. Nolan can go here, and Edward can go here. And then I can block this. But then these guys might run around that way, which would be awkward. Yeah, I need to get Edward and Nolan into position. Basically, Edward needs to get into position. Needs to be one more. Can someone shove him? Yes. Okay, if I shove him, he can get here. Then Leo can get... Oh, Leo can't get there. Awkward. So it would have been significantly better if Leo was standing here instead of Micaiah. Okay. So I need to end this turn with Edward here, Leo here. Yeah. Okay. So this is going to take a few turns. I can't... Or I could have Nolan go up here first. I could have Edward guard here once, and then Nolan go up there. Interesting. I think I'd rather Nolan stays down here longer. So basically, Edward has to go where Micaiah is. Leo can't jump up yet because this guy will move and kill him, assuming we're going to have Soth not fight. Soth could just equip a weapon and kill these guys, and we'd lose like, I don't know, 20 XP or whatever. It'd be fine, but... Okay, so if Leo... Okay. So basically, we gotta do this. Positioning error here. Like, what would be best is if I watched the recording of us streaming this level the last time we did a run before doing it, and then I can remember all these things I forget. But that's kind of lame. Okay, so Edward goes here. Now these guys still can't get down here, so they'll stay on Soth, and he's unequipped, so they're kind of motivated to stay on him anyway. And Laura, by the end of next stage, we want her to use all 40 of these. Which means we want to try to use less now and more later. So we don't run out. But we probably want to use like 10 to 15 this stage, but we're probably going to end up using like 25. Because I'm slow. Yeah, I think you just have to stay here. I think shoving Makai is probably helpful. I think you just have to stay here. Yeah, like Leo not attacking for like 3 turns in a row is really awkward when I'm trying to like kill everybody in the level with Leo. Seems kind of important to have him attack. So we're spending a lot of time derping around when reinforcements are coming, which is not good. I am fairly concerned that... Okay, I'm fairly concerned that when I get up here, okay, the choke point's like here, and then here, but these guys won't get attacked. The problem is if these guys, instead of standing down here going, we can't get up, derp, 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 if they go, let's swoop around, then I have 2 more choke points, and this choke point is south only. Because this guy will shoot that person. I guess I could go stand here. Okay, so then I'd have this choke point, and this or this choke point. But that's too many choke points. I don't have enough units who can tank to do that. Okay, so you go here and shoot this guy, because he's the easiest to kill. And then Edward goes here and tanks that guy's hit if he feels like hitting Edward. Now, equipping a weapon on Edward would make this guy hit Soth instead of Edward, I think. So he wouldn't actually be fighting with it, but I don't think I'm going to do that. So I don't want him to fight with a weapon. In Path of Radiance, I can say can't equip a weapon, because staves don't get equipped. But in Radiant Dawn, I guess I should say can't equip a weapon except staves, but that feels wordy as well. So you can stand here, and you can get hit once, and it's fine. None of these guys have range. This guy doesn't have range, thank goodness. Okay. Fire Emblem Peace Edition. Yeah, we're just not even fighting. But I just hit this guy. That's some fighting. Okay. So then you guys want to prep to advance, and you can't move yet because these guys are in the way. So this turn, you guys prep to go up. And then next turn, these two will go up. You'll keep hitting you. Maybe Micaiah plus you can kill that guy or something. You want to unlock Soth so he can be a frontliner. Big deal. And then Nolan will go here. These guys will come swarm on him. If Nolan jumped up here now, they would probably swoop around. Like if these two are up there and next turn Nolan was able to jump up there, I think they would go around. But if I go here first, then they'll come for Nolan and then he'll hop up and they'll be down here. And I think their AI will just make them stand down here, but I'm not sure of that. So I think we don't even want him to go up next turn anyway. Yeah, we did the first few turns really awkwardly, so that's making us do a lot more turns really awkwardly. Ouch. Good, that guy moved up there, because now that last spearman might not come up. Well, also he was the guy I was trying to kill, so that's awkward. But now Soth can move down one if he wants. Okay, so Soth moves down one, Soth will get hit less times, and these guys will still get hit the same times. But if Soth stays here, then he can leave when this guy dies. And I think Leo killing that guy is what I wanted to be trying to do. This guy can only shoot here. I can go here and heal you. Yeah, this is big awkward. Too bad he doesn't have pass. Nolan probably gonna have to go here and heal. I can save one vulnerary this turn by having Micaiah sacrifice Edward. Here's another skill I think should be auto apply. Maybe it'd be too strong, but it costs 20, and you have to have you have to have like A rank support, and you have to be standing adjacent. Like this would be a way to make it so Micaiah could actually like do stuff. Because she gets no defense, and you can't get speed from the support. So the +2 attack and the plus hit doesn't really help. The evasion is okay, but I can't rely on that on an Ironman. But it'll make these guys more likely to miss Soth if she stands there. Okay, so then you gotta heal Leo. We have to not have Leo's turn be healing himself. He needs to be attacking. Yeah, we're making this insanely awkward. Okay. Yeah, I needed to get Sylph to join the party, like, ASAP. We did it! We got a strength! No speed, no defense, but we have a strength. I'm not sure what stats I actually want him to be getting these levels. But yeah, we basically lost the Dragon Shield for free. Because that'd be 3 levels to get 1 strength, 2 defense, 0 speed. But even with that, I don't think we're very happy with his levels. But then without that, oh gosh. That's not good. Leo's in a bad place here. Okay, so then you want to go up here. Probably here, because you might want to be there. And then a full Vulnerary is a bit much, but I don't want to be dumb and die. And we have a healer now, so maybe it's fine. I think you standing there is better than you moving down one, but then this guy's gonna go here and hit you. But alternatively, just not. I think him standing there is better. So Nolan gets hit twice instead of once, but at least he's like ready to jump up there next turn and replace Edward. The nice thing about Leo compared to like a different backline unit is he can actually like frontline. And he doesn't counterattack with his bow, which is kind of nice. Yeah, the plus 15 evasion is kind of neat. Okay, so now Micaiah, instead of healing people, really should be like trying to kill this guy. So last turn she probably should have attacked. Okay, so Edward can go here, Nolan can go here, Micaiah can hit, Leo can hit, Laura can heal. So if she crits, she can't. Okay, with Micaiah helping him out, maybe we can actually kill things. Nice. He would have crit anyway. Okay, Soth has been rescued. So Soth can just move over 1, and Nolan doesn't need to tank this turn. Okay, and then reinforcements are still going to come here and here. I guess they come a lot later than I was expecting. I was thinking like turn 5 or something, like 2 guys would appear here, so I was like really worried about it. I could look it up, but that's lame. I don't know, I wouldn't blame someone for looking it up here, but I think it's a little more exciting not to. Go off of memory on that. But like locations for hidden items, just one of the mechanics I'm not a huge fan of in this game. Like the first couple stages there's none, but then most stages afterwards there's at least one like useful hidden item that you gotta look up where it is. Kinda lame. Okay, so South moves over to the one right. Edward's just gonna hang out. Yeah, I mean, I guess Nolan can come up here. Now, hopefully these guys don't realize they can go all the way around here. I think whatever reinforcements come here will come up here. So I have to, like, when they come, move a unit down here, and then they'll probably go over here and get stuck still, which is kind of nice. And I think the ones here will probably stay down here. I think at least one of them has a bow, which is probably fine, because we can maybe set it up so they shoot Leo and he counterattacks. But yeah, no, Soth is joined with the party, which is nice. Will that speed things up? Maybe a little. This is where Edward or Nolan would make the game go a lot faster, because they'd be able to like counterattack people and stuff. Right now I have no like melee units that want to get XP. Double bows, okay. So Laura should probably not be there. The thing with Micaiah is I kind of want her to be shooting people. I want Laura and Edward to switch spaces, and they can't. Awkward. But I guess I want Leo to be where Laura is then. Laura should be where? I guess Laura could just heal Micaiah or Nolan. I think Laura can heal Micaiah this turn. Leo can back up one and shoot. Kaya can... He can... Nolan probably wants to be here. Third has to go there. None of these guys have range. Oh, I gotta keep remembering that if they have anything to steal, it's important. Okay. I think it'd be good to have this, like these, so we don't accidentally do anything with them. She would kill that guy, which we don't want. So I want to use Micaiah to soften up people for Leo so that he doesn't use as many bows. I kind of like him to use bows next stage. Although I think Aaron will have enough weapons that we won't run out of weapons. Because in the Meg Leo run, we definitely had weapon issues, but that was funnel Leo until you get Meg. I assume his hit rate is going to be like really low. So yeah, positioning Leo here is not good because we want one of these guys to shoot Leo, so Leo should be positioned here. So if Leo goes where Micaiah is, we can shove him down after he attacks. He can stay here and we can shove him after he attacks. Yeah, that's good. We like this. I want to speed things up by having this guy shoot me during his turn. So Nolan can move over one. I'd kind of like to heal him first. So I think we'll just do that. Evasion on top of the ledge is greatly increased, but Leo's speed is pretty trash. Yeah, maybe healing Leo this turn was good. I'm pretty sure he'll be in a pretty favorable spot here. This guy shooting him. But he does kill exactly, so we should heal. We should heal him. But like if he can't beat a bowman that's shooting him from below the cliff, I don't know, man. I don't think the run will last very long. In part 3, we need Leonardo to be a champion. Like, in the Micaiah versus Ike level, Leonardo is going to have to hard carry. Like, we're going to have Laura for that level. She's going to be useless because the tiger will probably one-shot her. We'll have Aaron for that level. He could maybe do stuff, but he's going to be too slow. The cats are going to like double him, which isn't going to be great. And he's not going to be able to dodge the tigers. Battle's going to be rough. Battle's going to be so rough. Oh my gosh. Leonardo and champion Sewage United. Okay, he's my favorite class, okay? It feels really nice to have a bowgun and beast foe and murder things. Although you get more XP for not doing that. Okay, so you're gonna go here. You're gonna stand still. You're gonna shove Leo, and then you're gonna stand here and heal. And hopefully this guy doesn't move, because if you get shot, that could be bad. Okay. But yeah, I want to heal just in case, because he might do 8 damage if he hits you. Early game Archer and Good Unit are usually not paired in the same... Well, I mean, Archer and Good Unit are not paired together often. I'm not saying Leo's a good unit, okay? But he's not Fiona level, okay? He's better than that. He's a decent class. Okay, he's a Dawn Brigade. He's got the Dawn Brigade debuff, okay? It's not his fault. Okay, archers are good in 3 houses. I haven't played 3 houses, but one of the like lords or whatever is an archer, right? So are they good in that game? I find it hard to believe, but you know, I'm hopeful. Okay, so let's look at what you were worried about here, okay? This is a garbage stat Leo, and the guy has a 38% or 36% chance of hitting. That's pretty favorable. That's pretty favorable. Okay, so now the worry here is we were supposed to make it so that someone could stand here, so these guys would be drawn over here and in this pool, but now they won't be drawn over there, which means they'll probably come up and around. I think if I position Edward, no, I have to have somebody here, which will be close enough they'll come that way. If I could move Edward here, they might think this way is quicker, but I can't do that because then they'll come up through here. So do I want to focus on killing these 3 and then retreating upward or into the corner? Probably. I think killing these 3 and then I could block off. Yeah, I could go in this corner. That seems best. Yeah. So I need Micaiah to shoot this guy. Can't really do. I would really like Leo to stay there. I guess I could have Makai kill that guy. Eh. Probably. I'm running out of time. I think Makai can take a kill. Probably fine. The Gordon archetype is known meme unit territory. I don't know who Gordon is. I liked Naomi in Sacred Stones, but she kind of sucked. And I didn't know... You have to, like... It's really hard to get an orange bolt, and you need that to class change her, and I never got one. So, my first run in that game, I just had a level 20 unevolved Naomi for, like, the entire game, and it was sad. I don't know how to say her name, but Naomi and Colm or whatever. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you're supposed to kill you. Who's Laura gonna heal? Laura would like to heal Nolan. Alright, Micaiah. You gonna get a level for the first time ever? She failed. Once again. Yikes. So Micaiah's gotten no good levels. And Leo's gotten 1 strength in 3 levels. This run is doomed. This is just a doomed run. We've been playing for 2 hours and nobody's gotten any levels. Well, it's worse than not getting levels. They've gotten bad levels. Okay, so stealth moves over 1. That's nice. Laura can't really move up to heal unless someone shoves her down, which I can't do. I don't like skipping a turn of healing, but I really think this is an important spot. I don't think you'll die. You guys are chilling. I have to kill these 2 guys to move over. Getting a little rough. Lack of manpower is real. Yeah, it's... The Leo games are rough. Because Edward's rough too, but at least he can, like, counterattack. And then Nolan is a lot easier. But I haven't done a Nolan run in a long time, so maybe I'm overestimating that, but, like, compared to these 2. Does Nolan have speed issues? I can't remember. If they're a Dawn Brigade unit, I assume they have speed issues. But I can't remember with Nolan. But it is nice that he class changes multiple times. It feels like he starts more levels up than he does. Because Edward and Leonardo suck so bad. It doesn't feel like Nolan's just like a level 9. Can get more speed. No, I'm not talking about maxes. I'm talking about, like, growth. He's got a leg up over Boyd in every stat. Dang. Boyd gets the transfer bonus, though. But yeah, Boyd feels a lot worse. See, he comes in Ike's party, which has, like, Titania. Versus being compared to Leo and Edward and Laura. Like, his slot of entry into the game is, like, the most favorable looking slot. Like, if Fiona came right now, instead of Nolan, she would almost look good. I don't know, actually, she probably wouldn't. I tried so hard to make Fiona good. I used all my stat boosters and all my base XP on her once and maxed every stat of hers. And she sucked. I think at every point. Because endgame, her stat caps are so garbage that she wasn't good. And when you get her, she literally gets one-shot by enemies in the first level when you get her. And then she's not available in, like, a ton of levels, too. Like, she's so bad. And she starts, like, 5 levels higher than her stats are, for some reason, I think. She's so bad. She's so bad. And she's the daughter of, like, a Dan Ryder or something. She should have, like, I'd be totally okay with her being absolute garbage if her caps were, like, a little higher or something. Because then, like, you put a lot of work into her and then she's good later. I'd be okay with that. Or if she, like, started a little better, or she was a little more available, or anything, just anything. There's like 20 things they could do to make her okay. The one thing she has going for her is she gets Imbue and Savior for free, which are 2 skills that are, like, nice, but you usually don't have room for. It's really hard to find room for those skills on units, I feel like. Savior's just so good. You can probably find room for it, but Imbue I always have a really hard time finding room for on people. But, like, it's good. Her dad's a Dan rider. She should be okay. She could have her own unique class or something. Okay, we're in trouble here. Okay, so I could do this with three spots. Okay, so like if Micaiah goes here, shoots this guy down to 6 health. Leo could go here, kill this guy. Opium. Yeah, he can do it. He can do it. Even without that 1 strength, he could do it. Savior is really useful, but you have to be a strong unit to have it be useful. So it's not useful on Fiona. But putting Savior on like Jill or Har or any of the birds, or just someone with like high movement and Kanto. So like any horse or bird, especially bird type things that can fly and stuff. Like it's just a really nice ability. Rescue with no penalty is so good. But if you're putting yourself in a situation where it is good, you probably messed up something already, which is kind of sketchy, but it does enable a lot of things. Okay, so Micaiah here, Leo here, South here, Nolan here, Laura, Edward. Edward can't reach. Laura can reach. Wait, Edward could go. I'm sure we can find somewhere for Edward to go. You could go here. You have to go here. So many units needed to push to be good or even great characters. I'm okay with some units being like worse or better for the most part. Like, I think if you invest into Leo, he gets fairly good. Just like serviceable. Every unit doesn't need to be the same level of good, but some of them could definitely be trimmed. Like for Fiona, like the availability and then the max caps and the starting stats, it's too much. It's like one little lever needs to be tweaked just a little bit for Fiona to be like playable. Yeah, I like mean units. And then you got all like Lagoos though, like Leith's little sister or whatever. Is that her name, Leith? I can spell it, but I can't say it. What's her name, Lyrie? She is really bad. Oh, and then Vika. Vika exists. Yeah, I think the Dawn Brigade needed a little help, and making Fiona a little more available or better in any way would have helped. The Dawn Brigade just feels so bad, and then you get like Ike, and you're playing like Ike and a level of Ike's units, and then you're playing like a Dawn Brigade level, which is a cool dynamic, having a strong team and then a weak team, but it feels kind of bad because you're like, oh no, I have to play these garbage units. Oh, it's a little rough. You do get a lot of XP for fighting the beasts, but I feel like there should be a couple more levels with the Dawn Brigade units, rather than like trying to power level them by fighting beasts. Path Radiance, you can get away with more unreliability because units stayed all the time. Here they need to be usable from the get-go since you don't have an old guard to cover the weaknesses. Yeah, I mean, I have mixed feelings about the like how much they spread you around, but I think it was good for them to try, and if they tried it more, they could probably do it a little better. But like, I'm okay with it. I think it was fine for them to try. I think it was a cool idea. It didn't work out quite as well as I would hope, but it was a cool idea. Okay. I'm not like super unhappy with how it worked out. It's because like in Path of Radiance, I'll get my team and I really have a fun time turning them from like weak-ish units into strong units. But then once they get to that level where they're strong, like the rest of the game just feels trivial. So this game has the like, you have a bunch of different groups of units, so that doesn't arrive as quickly, and I don't get as like, oh yep, everybody's OP, just go kill everybody. That doesn't happen as soon. And then in this game, there's like 2 big spikes where like you'll class change the first time and then you start to feel good, and then you get that like second class change like way later in the game, which is nice. But like I like how that plays out. I didn't kill either bow guy, which is going to be a problem as well. Yeah, this is not great. We're not in a great situation here. Okay, so if Cell stays here, he can get hit on 2 sides. And I guess Nolan could stay here and get it potentially 3 times. I could have Edward go here, and I could have Soth go here, and Nolan go here, and Laura could hang out there. That might actually work. This guy won't be able to get around for a while. Interesting. Yeah, I think that'll work. Surprisingly. Okay, so South goes here. Okay, we're switching in the middle of doing something, which is not generally a great plan. Laura can stay where she is. She won't get shot. It'd be really nice if Leo could have ended somewhere where this guy could shoot him. But I think this will work out alright. You won't die in one hit. And then Laura can actually heal Nolan this turn. 1, 2, 6, 7. Okay, that was closer than... I was pretty sure she was safe, but that's a little closer than comfort. So if I can kill this soldier, things get a little nicer. Ooh! Ah, the other guy's still gonna get around, darn. Oh, yeah, he got to Nolan. We did see that he could do that. That's fine. Okay, can these two team up and kill that guy in one round? I would be shocked. Okay, so that means these guys need to retreat. But we can have South here, Nolan here. Yeah, that feels good. Laura can go in there, wherever. You guys can up on that. I think that's acceptable. So if South goes here, one goes there. We need to... Okay. None of these guys are stealables, right? Is this guy stealable? No, this guy is though. This guy's not. Okay, we can kill all these guys without worrying about stealing. But when we get up to there, you should steal. There, you should steal. I don't want to miss the, like, 50 XP on South. That's a lot of XP. People get a decent amount by just tanking things as well. Okay, so Nolan has to go here. I want to heal Edward. You kind of want to stay there so you can hit. If you heal him here, I don't know if this guy can reach you, which is kind of an issue. Just dodge easy. Huh? Just dodge. Okay. I kind of want to have you go here and heal you. Do you have a javelin? Ooh. Ooh. You can take 17, right? Easy. It'll put her to 1 if this guy hits. He won't hit. Don't worry about it. Okay, so you could hit him, or you could use your turn to heal. This guy probably can shoot you if you go there, so I don't really want to let you go there. Yeah, that's awkward. The alternative is Makai does nothing. So I think Nolan should have went here instead. Potentially. I want more guys to be able to hit South. Like, putting Nolan back felt good that way, but I think Nolan going here would have let Micaiah do something this turn. So now she gets to do nothing, so this guy will one-shot her. Oh my gosh. Alright, alright. The double hit kills her, but the initial hit won't. That's something. Okay, so you're probably gonna have to heal yourself. You take 14. You take 13, you're chilling. Let's hope we didn't math wrong here. Okay, so... Oh gosh, this guy. Gotta remember he's here. 7's move, 6. 5, 6, 7. Okay. So next turn... we can potentially kill this guy. I could shove her out of this, but I'd have to go here to do that, or let this guy shoot me. I think these guys can reach me, but I don't really know how many moves ledges take. So maybe it'd be fine, but not worth. I guess Makai can just stand there. Okay. So Nolan's gonna take 1 hit a turn. Not killing those bowmen from the ledge is very unfortunate. Oh, I thought he was only gonna live at 1. I think she'll live at 1. Oh, he hits twice? Oh gosh, Laura, please! I mean, we got 1 free XP there. Oh no. Come on, Laura, you need speed too. You got a skill though, she's pretty bad at that. Oh, he's gonna get hit multiple times. So keep that in mind. Anybody on the right side can get shot like a bunch of times, so... Yeah, this is... not looking great, one might think. Ooh, it would be cute to put her next to South, because then guard could proc if I mess up. Sure. Guard can proc if I mess up. Oh, does she get crit for being near him? Oh, she does. So they have a bond. That took me a long time to figure out. So there's a support and there's a bond. Supports you can do with anyone, and then they're based on your attribute, what you give, and then bonds are hidden. They don't say where the or they do say the bond, but they just give like 10 crit if you're standing exactly next to him, something like that. So you get like a slight motivation to pair people who have bonds. But yeah, so she needs to shoot. So this is her only spot. This or this are her only two spots. I don't want her to crit, so I think this is the only spot she can go. She still gets the support, but she doesn't get the crit. If we misposition her and she gets the evasion from support, it's nice. She's got a high amount of speed growth. Supposed to see her... Surprised to see her getting speed growth. Are you talking about Laura? I'm used to Rice, and Rice's speed is so bad. But if Laura has good speed, that's good. Third class is problematic with it. 70%, dang. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, strength doesn't really matter on her. If she gets high speed, high magic, she could potentially like be a glass cannon, kill some things. I don't think there's any world where she ever frontlines though. Battle priests are kind of cool if I have Nosferatu, but there's just not a great time for that. I feel like you get Nosferatu really late and you don't have too many uses. So then your only chance really is when you bless it at like super endgame, but then you're using Nosferatu at super endgame, which is kind of weak. But I think there's like a couple scenarios where you could have her like equip Nosferatu and run into a group of enemies. So we'll try to look for that because it'd be super fun. I think Micaiah can do that pretty well too. If trained, she will cap almost every stat. She is... Oh, cool. I guess I just haven't used her much. So she's like Rice, but doesn't suck quite as much. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll get on the Laura train a little bit. It feels rough to have another unit on this team who's exactly the same like equipments, weapons as Micaiah. It feels awkward because she's already like a backliner who can't even tank a hit. Okay, so Leo goes somewhere and kills that guy. Probably here. Someone needs to heal you, so Laura can go there and heal you. Have to do, and then South can push Laura afterward. Leo probably just has to stay where he is. Oh. Whoopsie. On a real playthrough, she's obviously less useful than Alencia or Armscroll Micaiah, but she and Nolan can go on the tower and just dodge everything. She can dodge everything? Interesting. Yeah, I really like the units that use sword staff, even though they tend to suck with their swords. Like Alencia and Mist, I'm a big fan of. In the Ironmans, I'm too scared to do dodge tanks. For our Edward run, we had Soren and Ike had a support, and that gave them like crazy dodge. But I was still really scared to have Soren too far up. He had Flare though, it was pretty cool. We gave him some sweet skills, and we had him frontline a bunch. But it was still a little spooky, but it was pretty strong. He definitely... I don't want to use Soren and Lana in the same game again. That felt awful. Like, Lana being around for the Dawn Brigade stuff is nice, because they could use any help they can get, although she does feel really similar to Micaiah as well, just like Laura does. But then she joins Soren's group and is just like there every level that he is. So there's like no levels where Soren is there and Lana isn't, and then Soren is just like a better version of her in this game, it feels like. So she felt like, it felt kind of like having Zark and Edward. So I don't like, grouping those together. Lana sucks in this game. She's worse than Soren and Little every stat. Okay, but when evaluating how much a unit sucks, keep in mind that availability is important, okay? Lana is available during Dawn Brigade stuff. That is a huge bonus. But yes, generally she's a lot worse than Soren in this game. I think in Path of Radiance they're pretty close. I think Soren's a little bit better in Path of Radiance, but not by much. I think Lana's pretty close to him in that game. Is she worse in every stat in this game? I remember in Path of Radiance she has really good strength, which would be cool if knives actually mattered. But it is nice to be able to lift Thunder Tomes, because Soren can't lift Thunder Tomes in that game very well. Soren has better base level, better bases, he gets more enough XP it is. But you get Lana for a bunch of stages where you don't get Soren. Like, that's a plus. I still think Soren's better. Like, we're on the same page, but I probably just think Lana's closer than you think she is. But she felt really bad when I was using them both in the same, because he was just better than her. But she also is the only person in the game, right? Is there anybody else who can use Rex Bolt, which is super effective against dragons, which actually matters? Whereas, like, Rex Wind being super effective against birds doesn't matter, like, ever, I don't think. Path of Radiance is a lot more debatable. Soren's faster, but screwed. Yeah, because Lana's a Thunder Mage, and in Path of Radiance, Thunder is way better. They can still both get to S rank, but like just starting higher ranked in it is nice. It is really annoying to recruit her in Path of Radiance, but I think it's worth it even if you're not going to use her, because the tomes sell for a lot, and money's really good in that game. But yeah, strength actually matters in Path of Radiance on a mage, because you want to use Thunder Tomes and they're really heavy. So Soren not having any strength is kind of a downside. But I think Lana in that game has a little bit of an issue maxing magic attack. I think she doesn't always get there. And I think Soren on average gets there like 3 or 4 levels before maxing his level. So I think he is much more likely to max it, and she's probably going to be a couple points short. Plus, being female versus male in a class like changes what your caps are. So I think maybe Lana might have 1 more max speed or something in that game, or in this game. I don't remember. But that would matter too, what their different caps are, because gender. It's like getting 1 more speed could actually matter like a lot. Being able to double certain enemies, so that would matter. I'd have to look into it, but I think they're pretty comparable in both games, honestly. I would say Soren, if I had to say one was better, I would say Soren is better in both. But I think Lana's a little closer to him in this game than you think, mostly because she's available for Dawn Brigade stuff. And she gets a transfer bonus unit, which, if you transfer bonus buffer and then use her for the Dawn Brigade levels, which are so hard, that's pretty helpful. And honestly, any XP you get in part 1 kind of doesn't really matter. They're going to be so underleveled anyway. The plan for Dawn Brigade things is probably just ditch everyone and use Jill, but she's banned for me. Mages are a lot better in Path of Radiance than they are in this game too, I think. I think mages are really good in Path of Radiance, if I'm remembering right. So you could just use both. I always like the idea of Tor mode in Path of Radiance, but you get him so late. But like the +2 move is so good. It's so good, and you can't take it off and put it on someone else. And in this game, he just doesn't exist. And Vika in this game doesn't exist. That's really sad. Like, the first crow you can actually use, that's not a Crow King, is just, you get her for like 2 levels, you get baited, and then she just comes back for like the final end of the game. As far as I know, Lana is great if she has transfer from Path of Radiance, plus speed transfer. Yeah. So like the availability means the transfer means more, because like Soren can also get the transfer bonuses, but getting like +2 to every stat in part 3 is a lot worse than getting +2 to every stat in part 1. Like, oh my gosh. Do you get +5 health or +7 health or something? And then you get like +2 in every other stat? It's like Lana, she's for a Dawn Brigade unit, she's really good if she has the transfer bonuses. But she's not like a frontliner generally, so she can't like super hard carry like someone like Jill would be able to, and Jill can get transfer stats. Mages in Path of Radiance were extremely valuable because staff use was in high demand general. Yeah, because I mean my favorite part about being able to use a staff is that it feels like XP no longer matters to you. It's like once you're pretty high level, fighting doesn't give you XP really, but using stabs gives you the same amount. So like in Path of Radiance, someone like Soren can like fight for his early stages, get all his weapon levels, and then like be level 10 class changed, and he can just get that last 10 levels for basically free. Because you just have him use staves. And for actual healers in that game, you just have Mist and Rice. And Rice is kind of lame in that game also. It just feels way better to use a mage in that game. And I think the actual healers in this game have the advantage of being able to use like a couple like super good staves late game. And in that game, I think there's one staff that most people don't get that like Soren and gang wouldn't be able to use, but like it's like one use or something, so who cares? Rise is mad of paper though. Made of paper. Yeah. And in that game, you don't have to equip staves to use them, so like Soren being able to like still counterattack with magic is pretty sick. But thunder magic in that game is so good. And there's no reason to not have Soren be a thunder mage in that game. Whereas in this game, Soren can never get SS in thunder, right? So you gotta have him have like the wind magic thing instead of the lightning one. And the lightning one is significantly better in this game. I mean, the fire one's still the best, but you could argue lightning is better because it crits the dragons. So like the SS lightning tome against a dragon in that endgame level is so fun. But sacking like being worse at everything else is probably not worth it, but it's really cool because it's a late game level. But you can just use all the royals and who cares. It's cool though, okay? Lana has her time to shine. Alright, what in the world are we doing? We haven't done an action in a year. Oh yeah, we were gonna kill him with Leo, and then Leo didn't kill him, and I was shocked. For some reason. I was shocked that Leo couldn't kill this like 7 health unit. Okay, so that means you have to heal, and you have to heal. And you would get doubled and die, so leaving you there is not good. I think you're safe to move here. So Nolan can just use a vulnerary. And then this guy did attack, so there's a small chance that that means he's now willing to move. So if I move you, he might jump up here and kill Micaiah, in which case, I got outplayed. So I think we have to do this, this, and this. Alright. You're forced to use Micaiah and Snacky, so magic damage is already covered nicely. I don't think either of those two are great for damage. But mages kind of are worse in this game. Snacky, like, is super underleveled and is as slow as, like, can be. Because she has 1 strength and her tome weighs, like, 13. I don't remember the numbers, but it feels like she has, like, 15 speed when everybody else has, like, 25. But she is a freebie unit, so I'm allowed to use her. I think I used her I used her in the Edward game, but in this game I have a lot less mages. It's a lot easier for me to fit mages in because there's so many different SS mage weapons. So it's like, it's really imbalanced because there's like 10 spear users and I can only have 1 of them. But then there's 1 SS lightning user and there's 2 winds and 2 fires. So like, in addition to having way less units than I should, I have way less frontliners than I should. So like, it makes everything insanely awkward, and I probably should find a way to make it a little easier on myself. Because, like, even if you just look at the units here, like, Laura's not a frontliner, Leo doesn't want to be a frontliner, Heather doesn't want to be a frontliner, Khalil doesn't want to be a frontliner, Astrid probably doesn't want to be a frontliner. So we've got Aaron, Boyd, Mia, like, Alincia probably doesn't really want, like, considering everybody else we've said, Alincia is a great frontliner. She'd love to be up in front. She flies though, so I don't know if she really wants to. And she's not available except for 2 levels and in game, so no. We get her in a prologue and in end game. Never mind. We get her in Alincia's Gambit, which I don't think she's allowed to like move in that level, right? Maybe she is. I can't remember. And she doesn't really want XP there. It's kind of awkward. But yeah, I think the forcing Micaiah to come really makes staff users a little less desirable because that's what she feels like. I don't think she's ever high stat enough to really be like a fighter. Unfortunately. And then Snacky, I think it's better to just not use her, even if you're forced to bring her. But I don't know, it's kind of fun. You just got a cool looking magic tome. Alright, so we can have you kill you. I can have somebody go here and shove you down so he'll fight you, and then maybe we can retreat into here. I can't retreat into there, that's not gonna work. Okay, so Nolan's gonna get hit every turn. I really want to kill this guy, but I can't. Oh gosh. Alright, Sylph can tank forever, that's fine. Nolan can just stand here and get healed. Laura can go there and heal you. Okay. We really need to cull down this horde of enemies at some point. Please. Oh gosh. Okay, you got a strength. 0 speed, 0 defense. Oh no. I can't. How many levels is that? 5? 0 speed? He needs to be fast. He needs to double. Not only does he need to not get hit twice, he needs to double. And I have Aaron, so I can't use speed wings on him. And I have Micaiah, so I need speed wings. Oh gosh, Leo! This can't be. He's gonna get doubled by cats. This run is doomed. This run is cursed and doomed. Okay, so you need to go here and shove you down so that you'll attack and you can counter and get some kills. You need to heal you. And you want to heal you. Okay, so right side. This looks fairly stable. These guys aren't moving. So now Leo can kill that guy for fun. Just because I'm nervous he'll like walk up or something. I think this guy would take 2 turns to get up anyway, so I think we're safe from him. He doesn't even have a steel thing. So you'll kill you over the course of a couple turns here. And then he can stand out here and just start picking away at these guys. At some point we'll move Nolan and have him tank this guy 1 turn to kill the archer. And then he'd have to be able to take this 18 damage and this 15 damage. So 18 plus 15 is 11, plus 8 is 19, and he has 20 health, so if we heal him, he can do it. Nice. Alright, and then Sylph can stand, and you can stand. I really hope I didn't miscount that. I'm surprised that guy isn't moving, honestly. Yeah, Snacky's pretty disappointing, unfortunately. I think she's kind of cool, though, and if you use her, at least, like, if you get her stats up, she, like, feels, like, somewhat okay for a mage. Peleus is also really disappointing. I think they should have given you Peleus a lot earlier as well. Like, just throw the Dawn Brigade some bone. So instead of having Peleus join in part 4, he could join in part, like, 3 for the Dawn Brigade, or maybe even join in part 1, like, on a later playthrough. That'd be so cool. Unfortunately, you already have Micaiah and Laura and Lana, so having another mage, like, early in the game wouldn't really be that helpful, but it'd be cool, because the Teleus games, you just never get Dark Mages. He's the only one I could think of. Okay, so if I attack, then on his turn he'll attack me and kill himself. Additionally, I could do this turn now. I really just want to take a turn and finish this off. Oh, cancel! Cancel actually did something. I think it was a pretty low chance of him hitting me, but... Cancel Pog? Okay. I'm surprised they didn't remake Path of Radiance. I feel like they'd remake it for something at some point. That'd be pretty hype. Just like fix a couple of the things with it. I don't want them to change a lot, but there's just a couple quality of life things they could do. If they had voice acting in it, they could use Ike's voice from whatever. I watched somebody play through the whatever the newer Fire Emblem is with like the rings and stuff, because it had Micaiah in it and it had Ike in it. It was kind of. It doesn't really feel like they're in the game. Okay, so you could go down here and kill that guy. Not for a while. Okay. But Nolan can take a turn off, because Leo's gonna do stuff here. If I miss this, it's pretty bad. I should probably stop taking those where if I miss this, it's pretty bad. Okay, and then we actually have to heal you. Because I think they do 19 damage if they both hit. But yeah, culling this herd will be big, because then we won't be taking hits every turn, and we can slowly like bait guys over and kill them. We're taking like 6 times longer on this level than we should, but Okay, I probably don't want to use her. Yeah, I've already used about half of my heals, so I should probably calm down on that. So we need that to last the entire next stage, and then we can buy a bunch, and we want to just spam them as much as possible. Because getting her to class change and letting her have a weapon that actually damages enemies would be quite nice. So I think this will bring me down to like 1 HP. So the bowman, or the bowman might not even shoot. Oh, he will. Oh, he will. Okay, so I wonder if that did 11 damage. Yeah, killing this bowman before I miss position and get wrecked is probably ideal. Yeah, that puts me at exactly 1, and then I can probably heal up. A lot of times you have to be worried about killing an enemy on the counterattack, but since he's ranged and there's no more range guys, we don't have to worry about that here. So we can attack, go down to 1, and then heal up to full. And then on his turn, he'll attack me and die, I imagine. Okay, and then we probably have to have Laura heal you, because Micaiah can't heal enough. Oh wait, does Laura not heal a full? Okay, let's heal. Oh, Micaiah. If you give Micaiah a speed wing and a robe, bad stuff. Okay, I think you should probably just stand there. Then I won't be nervous about this, even though there's no reason to be nervous about it right now. Okay, so might as well sacrifice. I got down to 3 HP here, which is fine. If the spearman moved away and then the bowman moved and shot Micaiah, there'd be a problem, but I don't think there's a chance of that happening. There's no, like, heal bushes. In Path of Radiance, you gotta be, like, whenever enemies are, like, below half health or third health or something, they'll, like, run away for heal bushes, which can get awkward if you don't expect it. But in this game, there's no vulneraries he can reach, I don't think. Oh, he won't shoot Leo if it'll kill him. Interesting. That was unexpected. Now, it would be really nice if I could shove somebody or something, but yeah, we can't. Okay, so Nolan can go back to tanking, and Leo can heal a little bit. I guess we could just heal him 2. We gotta spend 20 turns, like, shooting these guys here. Goodness gracious, it's gonna take some time. Cancel. Pog. Okay. You should probably go back there. I kind of want to shove Makai. Don't ask why. Okay. I'm just paranoid that that lance guy will move and then the bowman will shoot him. Oh, level up! Pog! I don't remember what the high tier stabs are in this game, but I think they're significantly, like, more usable than the Radiant Dawn. I think the Radiant Dawn one is just literally that one for the priest level that no one gets because you have to not kill a priest to beat it. Which is kind of a fun challenge. I like the Radiant, or the Path of Radiance little challenges, like the stealth level and the not killing the priest level and the vigilantes and stuff. I think those are neat, because you don't have to do them, but if you want to, you can, which is kind of cool. Okay, so now we can do the move thing again. This guy, that takes a lot of pressure off if he dies. The ranged units are really scary. Bow weapon level up. He's B in bows. Okay. Then we can kill these guys eventually. Alright. I do want to have her start, like, weakening people. Can't imagine him dying this turn. I think healing these guys is not worth. It's nice to heal them in case I do something wrong, then they can guard. But I also don't want to waste my heals because I'm probably going to need them next stage. So I'm going to pass, and I'm going to go to the restroom real quick, but I'll let the enemy phase play out. So we will... Your B. I don't think that blocks anything important. Oh, one more thing about the Lana versus Soren. I think Soren is the OP attribute, right? For supports. That's another big point in his favor. I'd have to look to double check, but that would be a massive point in his favor. But I do like Lana has better early game because she's available for part 1, and she has a better like end game because Thunder against Dragons is really good, and the transfer bonus matters more, and her just general availability is more. She's got a few things going for her, but directly next to, she feels a lot worse than Soren. And I think Khalil is slightly better than both of them, but I haven't used her enough to be like super confident in that. But I think in this game Khalil's better. And then in the first game Khalil sucks because she has knives instead of staves. And her availability is garbage. But I think in Path of Radiance you could also argue Tormod, but I think you'd lose just mostly because of availability. But he becomes like at really, really low levels, so you have to put a lot of XP into him to catch up. But the +2 move is huge. Okay. Where are we at? Alright, we got rid of the bowman, which was important to do before using the restroom, because I'd forget about him. We need to, like, tag team. I don't want to have Leo... If I could buy weapons, I would just have Leo snipe everybody down like I do in the level you get Rolf in Path of Radiance. But since I'm really concerned about running out of weapons, I'm not concerned about running out of lights at all. If Makai runs out of lights, who cares? She gets Thani this stage, I think. Anyway. That's the name of it, Thani. Yeah, like Thani on this guy will hurt a ton, but then she'll die on the counterattack, which is tragic. Okay, so I think Nola needs to block, which means I probably have to heal him. But yeah, if I have Micaiah help with the takeouts, or with the help set up the kills, then I think it'll go a lot quicker here, because Leo hitting him once and then having no counterattack and taking like 3 hits to kill everybody is so long to take on this. I like having these like really, really slow, grindy, take forever levels. I know it's not great for watching. This is how I like playing the game. It's not like super beneficial to do it this way, I don't think. It's like just speeding through would be better. And I'm sure a lot of people would find that way more fun. But I'm a fan of this. We won't do it the whole game, but we will do it a lot more of the game than we should. Alright, we'll get a level that matters. Alright, he's cursed to get 0 speed and 0 defense for the rest of his days. Oh my gosh, this Leo's so bad. He did get 3 strength in like 6 levels or whatever, which is probably fine. I think I'm just gonna look now. I'm gonna look now. Okay, we're gonna look at what the average Leonardo is supposed to be right now. We gotta find Serene Forest or whatever. There it is. Okay. Radiant Dawn. Average stats. Leonardo. Level 10. Okay, so he's supposed to have 20.6 health. He has 21, so he's 0.4 up on health. Pog. He's supposed to have 10.4 strength, so he's up on strength. Pog. Okay. He's supposed to have 1 magic, or 0.9 magic. He's right on for that. He's supposed to have 16.5 skill, so he's on for that, but he's going to max it, so who cares? Speed, he's supposed to have 12.1, so he's down 2 speed for an average, which is not good. His luck's up 1. His defense is right where it's supposed to be, but keep in mind we used a Draco Shield on him, so he's 2 defense down on where he's supposed to be. And then his res is up 0.7. So honestly, overall, total stat-wise, he's probably chilling. He's got more strength than he should. The problem is he's 2 speed and 2 defense down from where he should be on average, which is really painful because those stats matter. But overall, like, no, you know, it's actually not as bad as it seemed. It's just the stats that matter he just didn't get. Okay, and then Micaiah, I mean, she hasn't got very many levels, so it's probably not worth looking at, but her health's right where it should be. Her strength's a little low. Magic's a little tiny low. Skill is down 1. Speed is down 1. Her speed being down 1 from where she's on average with speed is pretty bad, because if she is just average speed, she's going to suck. So she needs to like high roll and be above average speed. Her defense is up 0.4 though. Her res is where it's supposed to be, yeah. So Micaiah's kind of not where we want her to be, unfortunately. But the -2, he's only gotten like 6 levels and he's -2 speed. Good lord. Okay, so he already went, you don't matter. We're chilling. It'd be nice to have Laura heal every turn so she's getting XP, but I'm pretty sure we'll use the entire heal and then probably more next stage. Okay, so more light. Nolan should survive, so... Well, actually, here, we can get it this way. Yeah, I kind of wanted to use 15 the entire stage, and we've already used 16, so we're gonna be short next stage, I imagine, on our heal stabs. But Nolan has tanked enough hits. Well, he did fight a little bit in the Oh my gosh, can I use Nolan instead? He's already better than Leonardo. A strength and a speed in the only level we got on him? Dang. Okay, so I want her to weaken Leo to KO. Now we're actually getting somewhere. Okay, I want to save as many of those as we can. You can KO you. Push you into a wall. Spellman still shouldn't be able to hit me anyway. I didn't miss stealing anything, I don't think. Nolan's chilling. Nolan can take another hit. So we can have Micaiah weaken twice. Micaiah's the only one who wants to do anything. Because she would also be sacrificing. But Leonardo just doesn't do anything here. Okay, we're still down on that speed. Not good, not good. I don't want to just like reset until we get good levels, but getting like awful levels feels bad. Okay. Yeah, if we're gonna spend 3 hours getting this far, resetting is probably not gonna be the play. Okay, so now Soth can go aggro people. I think we should just take our time. I mean, we're already 25 turns in. Oh, did I see the bonus XP for last stage? Oh, must have skipped it or something, I don't remember. Because we had everybody escape, and we beat it in 8 turns, which probably gave us a little bit of XP. Because usually I beat it in 10. Every time I think I've beat it in 10. I don't think I ever beat it early. Okay, so I don't think I want to use any more heals right now. I think Soth wants to get in position. Get down there. He's got no items. I probably will need Nolan to tank. Okay, so Soth can go down here and steal. S key, we get it anyway for killing him, but he gets 10 XP if he steals it, so that's cool. I want to shove you, because then you can get down here, and next turn you'll be in range a little bit easier. Maybe just hurt like 1. She could heal him. Healing him 7 would have been good. I should have done that. I don't really want to heal Nolan or Edward. I want to try to like not have them be in combat the rest of the stage. Oh, Micaiah should have probably weakened this guy. Oh well, 2 shots isn't too bad. I could start grabbing items now, but we can just wait a turn, it's fine. But Nolan's probably going to need to tank at some point for during the rest of the stage. There. Alright, now Soth can start opening these chests. I love having a thief. Oh, shoot. He lost his iron bow already. Uh-oh. Alright, I get a steel bow from this guy. That means Micaiah gets the last hits on these guys. So, us being lazy and not last hitting on guys like this is actually pretty bad, because he gets regular XP instead of kill XP. Because now Micaiah gets to kill 1, 2, 3, maybe like 4 guys even, which is kind of rough. So, we lost some XP on Leonardo, unfortunately. And he's a pretty big deal. Okay, so I probably need to heal Nolan, because Micaiah has to kill, which is not good. Wind Edge, that was a big deal last time for what's his face. Okay, so now we need to lure this guy and then have Micaiah kill him. He has 11 speed, 18 attack. 18 attack will not kill her, but 11 speed will hit her twice, so she will die anyway. Which means we're gonna have to heal somebody else. I think Leonardo could actually tank one, maybe. We're getting kind of lazy here, chat. So if you go here, he'll probably hit you. She gets the +2 attack or whatever. Interesting. Yeah, I should sacrifice heal him, probably. Okay, the +15 evasion, it's kind of neat. Okay, so he shouldn't be able to kill Leo from health. But Makai's gonna take 2 hits to kill, because she can, she now has Danny if she wants it, which is kind of a big deal. I should give the chest key to someone random. Oh, I should trade around the healing items and stuff too. I think I don't get to do items next stage. But yeah, next turn I think she can use Danny and kill. Okay, that would have been embarrassing if that killed, but it would have been really sad if it was. So 16, yeah. I'm okay with using Danny's. Bill's gonna want to go like here and start tanking. I need to kill a bowman. Awkward. I need to lure the steel bow guy out. I don't know. We'll try going here. I need to lure this guy out and kill him, and then Leo can start killing people. Yeah, Micaiah can get the kill here. Oh, she lost 2 damage because I moved south away. That's a mistake. Luckily, it didn't matter. But if that would have been the difference between killing him and not killing him, that would have been... We could have like healed and still guarded and lived, but it would have been not great. Okay, so I could sacrifice to heal him and then heal with this. So we're denying Micaiah 10 XP by doing it this way. But I'm being lazy right now. My concern for Micaiah getting to level 20 by the time she's forced to evolve is pretty much 0. But if she gets 10 levels right now, she'll be a lot more useful. In these like early game levels, some of them are like timed and stuff, so her like being able to actually fight might matter. I don't know if she'll be able to fight or not, because she's down over 1 speed, and she already sucks at speed. So she might not even get there, even if she does get a bunch of levels right now. But you know, she's trying. She's trying, doing her best. Okay, so we got Leonardo. Now I need to find a way for Micaiah to kill a ranged bowman, which sounds extremely difficult. So I could do it the slow way and have her kill everything, but if I can kill the bowman quicker somehow, there's some cheeky way to do it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure it out. So these 2 guys apparently won't move. Micaiah could go like here. I don't think he'll jump down either. Like, I could have Soth go here and he'd be in range of him jumping down and shooting me, but he probably wouldn't do it. I could have Soth go here and he'll shoot me once, and then maybe once he's fighting he'll move. Like, that's a lot of work too. So I think the play is probably... Will this guy kill Micaiah? 10 speed, 15 attack. But he actually won't kill Micaiah if he hits her, which is kind of a big deal. I'm worried these guys will randomly move, so I kind of want to draw these guys out. But I think just moving back is fine. We already like missed bonus XP anyway. Or like finishing the level in a reasonable time. So I'm not like worried about that. I really wish Laura could be spamming heals right now, because she's the one who needs levels like really, really, really bad. As soon as she class changes, she can actually like assist in combat, which is incredibly important. So we want to like the level we fight the Lagoos, we probably want to like evolve her. So no matter what level she is, she gets the same XP for using healing staves. So when you're under leveled, it's really slow to catch up, but when you're over leveled, you keep going at that same rate. So you like, it's like the worst of both worlds. No. Yeah, if you overlevel your healer, they will max level like so quickly compared to a regular guy. But if they're underleveled, it's so hard to catch up. And most of the healers you get in these games are already really underleveled. So you have to like spend 80 turns getting them caught up. And then they like, accelerate too fast. It's kind of awkward. Okay, so she can go here. I like that a Thani plus a light kills. Probably use light first in case it crits. We don't want to waste Thani, but generally I get more Thanis than I use, because Micaiah usually doesn't fight a ton. But yeah, we can take this slow still. Luckily we didn't make any fatal mistakes yet. Well, honestly, what would have been best is if we made a fatal mistake in stage 1. Drafted run, Pog. We're doing the Leonardo early game, so it is slow and rough, but we're getting there. Unfortunately, he's gotten 0 defense and 0 speed from level ups the entire run. That's what it is. Similar. I didn't like draft against other people, but like those units at the bottom are the 10 units that we're allowed to like use, basically. He already got the Dragon Shield, man. He already got the Dragon Shield. That's how bad his level ups have been. You didn't notice he got a Dragon Shield. Yeah, I like split up the units into groups and then like rolled which ones I use for this run. And there's like a few freebies like Ike and Micaiah and Sult and stuff. And then there's 10 slots because that's how many you can bring to endgame. And then they're split up based on like when you get them in the game, so I have units like spread out throughout the game, so we don't do like the entire part 2 with 0 units. And then I also split them up based on what weapons they get S rank in, because I think it's really fun in endgame to like bless as many like super weapons as you can. So having like 3 people who use lances just feels bad, because then only one of them gets the Wishblade and then the other 2 feel kind of like dumb because they're stuck using like a Brave Lance or something. I'm not allowed to forge weapons and change their stats. I am allowed to use coins when I forge them because I think that's kind of fun, but so I'm not gonna like forge super like silver weapons with uber stats. So I'm kind of restricted to the SS weapons. Anything else important? Anybody not on the list can still like heal or sing, but they shouldn't be fighting. There's a couple stages where there'll be exceptions, like literally chapter 1. If you don't roll Nolan and you don't let him like fight a little bit, you kind of just lose. So like in chapter 1, we were able to like have Nolan soften people up for Leo to kill. I don't know if that level's possible without Nolan equipping a weapon, but basically people not on that list and aren't free just don't get to equip a weapon for the most part. A lot smoother in Path of Radiance because you're not split up into like 3+ teams, and staves don't count as equipping weapons, but like the spirit of the run is the people on that list are the ones that get the XP. So anybody who would like take XP from them by doing something, it pretty much isn't allowed to do that. And then there's a few units that are banned. So like Har and Jill are just banned. So I can't even roll them as my axe units. But it's kind of sad because I have a lot more backline units available, and with such a limited pool of units, having so many backline units is kind of rough. Because I only get 1 Lance user per game, and there's like 9 Lance users. You know, like people who get SS rank in Lance. So then like all the mages have their own special tome. So there's like a light tome, a dark tome, a wind tome, thunder tome, and a fire tome. So it's like 5 things for like the same amount of people as would be able to use the Wishblade Lance. So it gets kind of awkward, and it forces a lot of levels to be like played like this, which takes like a really long time and looks dumb, but I enjoy it. Okay, so this guy could shoot Micaiah as it is. However, for the first time in your life, oh yeah, Micaiah's also gotten 0 speed. So like what we really should be doing this run is inting and restarting, because Leonardo got awful levels and Micaiah got awful levels. Like really the only thing we care about Micaiah getting when she levels is speed, and she's got none of those for all her levels. And then Leo, he did get some strength. I think he got 3 strength, but like we really care about strength, speed, defense on him. Like they all matter a ton for this early game spot. And he got 0 speed, 0 defense. So it's kind of rough because yeah, we have Sult as like a frontliner, and then we'll have Aaron next level. But Micaiah and Laura can't frontline, and Leo needs to be able to like semi-frontline. And then we're doing Ironman, so if somebody dies, we can't reset, and we can't like reset to level or anything. So it's a little rough. Okay, I forgot about stealing. I think we didn't miss anything though. We might have missed one thing, but getting Salt 10 XP is kind of nice. Okay, so I need to surround him. So he'll back off 1. So next turn, these guys need to be in range to surround him, if possible. Okay, and right now Leonardo, his bow broke because we didn't manage it very well. So Micaiah has to finish everybody, which is kind of a waste because she's going to get enough XP to be 20 anyway through like sacrifice, so we're kind of wasting some XP. Which is unfortunate, but the result of poor planning. That's the tricky part about Ironmanning is can't plan out the levels super well unless I want to spend like an hour planning it out beforehand. Because like if I just like attempted the level once, just ran through it really quickly and saw like what problems were, the second attempt would be like drastically better, but that's just the way of things. Okay, so I don't want you to hit me for no reason, I guess. So if we just go here, you're chilling, and then what is so fun to do with bow guys is to just surround them. So now this guy can't hit. Then on hard mode in this game, ooh, nice, we don't have to waste Danny on this guy. On hard mode in this game, you can't check enemy ranges. So like if we click on him, it does nothing. So like you have to go like this and go, oh, he has 6 move, he has 1 range, so he can go, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can hit me there and there, but then if there's any like terrain in the way, you're not sure how many movement does it take to go from here to here. Is it 2? Is it 3? Who knows? It gets a little tricky to like figure that stuff out. Okay. You can't just like click on everybody, see their ranges and do all that, but it's kind of annoying. That's the kind of making a game harder that I think is just more annoying than fun. So I'd prefer they didn't do that, but it's fine. I think you could probably download like a mod or something that would give you ranges anyway, but fine. I'm pretty sure you can't shoot that through that wall. If he could have, he probably would have killed me last turn. Yeah, and Laura is one of our units, and she's like low on healing stabs. So after next stage, I'm pretty sure we can buy weapons. So we want to try to save as many of these for next stage as we can, because we're going to need them. So that's why I'm not like healing these guys right now. Yeah, Micaiah finishing this guy off, nice. So we're wasting a bunch of XP on her that we shouldn't have. We managed Leo's weapons better. She's gotten 2 defense, which is kind of cool, but it doesn't matter. Like, if she got a bunch of speed, the defense might matter, but since she didn't, the speed's kind of the only thing that matters, because if she gets doubled, it doesn't matter how much defense she has, she'll die. Because she'll cap really early at defense. So her getting 0 speed is really rough. Means it might be like required to give her a speed wing just to catch up, which is a big problem because we're doing Aaron this run, and one of his major issues is speed. Most people in the Dawn Brigade have pretty big issues with speed, but Aaron is like a class that is supposed to be really heavy speed based. Because like if you play Nephany, she's like a dodge tank, but Aaron's growths are way more towards like getting strength and defense, and then he just caps out. I think him and Meg are like the wrong classes. I think they should be switched. Okay. Steal XP. Yeah, if we kill this guy, Leo gets a bow, but he's not really gonna be able to do anything with it this level. I guess next level he will be able to, but next level we'll get Aaron with his lance. So Aaron, we're gonna want to try to funnel Aaron about as much as we can next stage, but we're gonna have to kill like half the units before we get him anyway, probably. Okay, so there's not much else to do here. Hopefully I can get Leo the boss XP. And then our Stealth is just godlike. That's our reward for maxing Stealth stats in Path of Radiance. He's just absurd. We got a 20 magic and 20 res, but... So everybody... The transfer bonus gives you like +2 to every stat you maxed in the other game if you're max level. But Stealth is unique because he doesn't class change in that game. His stats just transfer 1 for 1. But these stats he caps at 15 in this game, and he can get 20 in the other game, so they don't matter. Which 20 magic wouldn't really do anything for a thief. You can give him Imbue, which heals you equal to your magic every turn. So he could heal, but if he's taking that much damage, he's probably dead. So I don't think the magic probably doesn't matter. I don't think there's any daggers that do magic damage. That'd be kind of cool. And then the res would matter a little bit, but not really. For now, at least. Later in the game, it's kind of nice. Okay. So it's probably easier to kill this guy first. I think this guy just doesn't move. So I think we just spend a couple turns killing this guy. I'd like to give Leo the kill on this guy with the steel bow, but that seems like too much work. moment. Okay. I'm not sure for the right wording to say, like, the challenge I'm doing, quote unquote. But Ironman, I think, in the context of Fire Emblem, indicates that I'm not, like, resetting. So, like, if someone dies, they're dead. And then limited units is the best I can come up with for the convoluted way we're picking which units we're allowed to, like, use. Okay, so now we're fine with using a Thani to save 2 light duration. Well, so if we use 2 light, 1 Thani is probably worth more than 2 light, and then we would get more towards our weapon level up. I'm not super worried about the weapon level up right now, because we'll be able to put discipline on her and just, like, power level it up. Like, she wants to be high light level for endgame, so we can do, like, a nice light tome with her. Either for her to use or for Laura to use later on. So, like, Nosferatu or Purge or something would be cool. But that is so far away, I don't think we have to be concerned with it. And she gets the level of the Black Knight, where we could give her discipline and have her do stuff. Okay, so if I put... Ooh, I would need 3 units to go in there. So I think I should move up 1. And shove him. Maybe he'll stand still. I think he is... No, he doesn't, but he does. Okay. Yeah, everything's chilling. Laura can get 1 closer for fun. Alright. Okay, so if he goes there, what we can do here is... I'm pretty sure we could put Micaiah here. I might lose if this guy randomly decides to move. Oh my gosh, he... Wow. Okay. So Micaiah's base speed without getting any speed ever is enough. He doesn't double air. And then getting +2 defense is almost enough where he wouldn't kill. That's crazy. I think every time I've played this, he's one-shot her. Because I never used a Draco Shield on her. Yeah, you can go here and steal. Then Micaiah can go here. And in 2 hits, take this guy out. She doesn't even have to worry about using Thani here. Alright, and then Sylph has no weapon, so he might be motivated to attack Sylph anyway. But if he moves and hits her, it'd be bad. But not much I can do about that at the moment. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he'll attack Laura. Okay, so... These dudes, I don't want to accidentally have attack, because they're illegal banned units for me right now. We didn't roll them. Next, we completed a run with Edward. So every game I will have Edward, Leonardo, or Nolan, because you need somebody early that's not Micaiah. I mean, you could do it with Micaiah, but it'd be really boring. It'd feel like a waste. And Leonardo, Edward, and Nolan all get like a unique cool weapon. So they don't count as like an axe user, a sword user, and a bow user for the terms of like the weapon. Like I could use Nolan and Titania, and then I'd have Irvan for Titania and Nolan's weapon for him, which would be kind of cool. So they're kind of like a nice freebie. Okay. But I don't want to do 2 of them in the same run because I like having at least 3 different things. I don't want like every other run to be a Leonardo run. Okay, she got a light weapon level, which is cool. Now, I'll get you a bow. Hog. I need to get a vulnerary to Leonardo at some point. Okay. Alright. And I'd like to give her XP from using stabs, but again, we're going to run out of stabs next stage, so kind of important not to. Alright, so we can just go there for fun. Alright, Micaiah will die in 1 hit, so I guess Leonardo has to do all the damage. Sylph actually got a level. It's from all the stealing and the tanking. 1 strength, Pog! I think the stat we care about him getting is speed, because he has 19 levels to get like 8 speed. He's got to get what, like 6 skill, 2 strength in 19 levels, so him getting that 1 strength there doesn't really matter. It'd be nice to give him base XP to level up, because you automatically get 3 stats in this game for a base level. You can't get more, you can't get less unless you're maxed. So if he were to get base levels, he'd get a strength, a skill, and a speed, because everything else is maxed. So at some point we want to get him some base levels, which means like him ending a stage at like 99 XP is really, really good. So we could have had him end this stage at 99 XP, but I don't think we can do base stuff next stage anyway. Alright, so if I attack and he hits me, I have to heal, which is fine. I can't soften up with Micaiah because she will die, unless guard procs, which I don't know. I know it's not 100%, or I'm pretty sure it's not 100% chance of proccing, so we gotta do this. He might just attack South anyway, but gotta expect that he won't and heal. I assume he won't move. It would be safer to fully heal Nolan and put him there so he can't move, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't move. Honestly, it wouldn't be super bad if we died and started over, because our level ups were terrible. I should have, for sure, just like started over after we got like 3 levels on Leo and they all sucked, and 2 levels on Micaiah and they sucked. But you know how it is. Okay, that's good. This is a lot of durability on the steel bow, but we'll get Aaron next level. So as soon as we get him, he can kill everybody else, which means Leo has to kill enough people to get Aaron, which is probably a decent amount. But this is only 2. I probably have to use this. What's nice about Sacrifice is you can heal a unit and still have that unit attack. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so now if he gets hit, I can just shove him away. Yeah, I think if he gets hit, we'll just shove him and just assume this enemy won't move. Now he might kill himself on my turn. Cool. Already stole from him. We got all the chests. Alright, only 46 turns for this. A new record. So it's pretty sad, but you know, what are you going to do on a Leo run, right? Edward runs are still a little rough. Nolan runs are way better. So we used 5. I guess Soth could have softened him up, actually. I should be more willing to have Soth just kill somebody, because it's like such a small amount of XP and it would save me like 10 turns a lot of the time. Leo got another strength. Okay, Leo got 4 strength, which is sick. He's like ahead in strength, but he's gotten 0 speed, 0 defense. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. The strength's nice, but if he doesn't double, a little pointless. Energy drop. I mean, we could have 14 strength Leo at level 11. That'd be insane. Yeah, Aaron's not going to need it. Who actually wants the strength drop? They're always nice to save for Snacky. Snacky's a freebie because she comes to the endgame automatically. It's unintuitive to think she would need energy drops, but her strength is so low that she gets weighed down by holding tomes. So it's actually really, really good. If you plan on using her, you should probably give her 1 to 2 energy drops. Hopefully Laura wouldn't need it. Hopefully Heather wouldn't need it. Might be nice on Heather for like being able to steal something that I wouldn't be able to steal. I think there's like a bolting tome, but we're not using Lana anyway. There's some really cool stuff you can steal with Heather. Our Edward run, Heather died before we recruited her because she was dumb and ran at the boss and got wrecked. I didn't expect it. I think that was the only unit we didn't recruit that run. A little sad. Khalil hopefully doesn't need energy drop. Astrid, I imagine, probably doesn't. I'm excited to use Astrid. I think she starts with Paragon, which in this game you can take skills off of people and put them on other people. But in part 2, I think you can't do that at all for the entire part. So like Astrid having Paragon, you can't move to Kyrian or, you know, whatever unit in that group you're using. So she actually gets value out of it, and you're like super funneling her for those levels, so it's huge, like a really big deal. And I think Jeffrey has it too, but he's kind of high leveled. But yeah, it would cost nothing on her, so we could give her other skills while she has it, and then once she's like high enough level, we can take it off and give it to someone else if we need to. But in this game, you get a lot of Paragon skills, so it's probably not super necessary. Mia could maybe use the energy drop, but I think female swordmasters have 1 lower max strength. We'll check at some point. Boyd probably doesn't need it, but he is going to get to 40 strength, which is super fun. For non-Laguz units, the Boyd's class is super hyped that it gets like 40 strength as a cap. It's so good. Elincia could use it probably. Maybe Bastion could use it. Nobody screams that they need it, so we probably just use it on Snacky later. I know I'm saying her name wrong, but it's kind of fun to say Snacky. Okay. So one option is just to use it early. Because like, if I wait till part 4 to use it, I'm missing out on the value of using it the rest of the game. Even if it is like slightly more efficient to use it in part 4, it'd be a lot better to just like give it to Aaron next level and have him like do so much more work in part 1 and part 3. Or like give it to Lana, have her bring it for X Team and give it to Mia right away. Because I don't know if Boyd, Mia, Ike is enough. So there's some like timed levels in Ike's campaign, and yeah, one really scary part about getting bounced around to different like campaigns is that if any of them lose, everybody loses because there's no resets. So it's like I could lose to some random like stage in stage 2. I could mess up with units that aren't even on my team and die. That'll be really sad. I'm actually really surprised we managed to win on the Edward run with these rules. But okay, so Micaiah can sacrifice for 10 XP before we end the level. There's no hidden items in this stage. Next level is the Aaron level. I think I'm gonna try doing next stage. And then, unless I get a surge of energy, that'll probably be it for Fire Emblem today. That'll be probably about 4 hours of Fire Emblem, which is fine. I haven't streamed in a couple months, so I don't want to go too hard. And I've been playing the Pokemon card game, so I might play a game or two of that, but I don't really have enough dust to make all the decks I want to make. So I might have to just play like Charizard or something. Yeah, I think beating this level means we get to do some base stuff, which I think is a good stopping point. Whereas there's a decent chance we just lose in this level too. So getting Aaron would be a big deal. It's really easy to lose on the beast level. I think they can crit people, and they're just like really scary units. But there's a decent chance I lose on this stage as well. Okay. What's nice about Kurth is he can actually tank, right? You have no frontline. It's hard to, you kind of have to rescue her though, because she can't tank. It's surprising how high her stats are for being a merchant, honestly. 12 speed. So Leo is like a member of like a fighting group and wearing like no armor, so he should be pretty fast. And he got a dragon shield. Maybe the dragon shield's why he got no speed. It'd be funny. Like lowers his speed growth to give him a dragon shield. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. Otherwise people would be really mad about that. Okay. So we have to remember to direct people. Okay, now I'm pretty sure everyone running to the right is the correct play, and I think Sylph is just supposed to one-shot this guy. I'm trying to not have Sylph kill people because XP on him is pretty meaningless, but he is one of the freebie units, so like I'm totally allowed to. But like, yeah, Leo's not going to be able to get in range to do it, and Sylph definitely can. So Micaiah could trade with Edward, and then Edward could trade with you. I think Micaiah goes here, and then Laura goes here and trades with Sylph, and then Sylph goes here and kills that guy, and then we can like set up a defensive perimeter or whatever. Because we don't really need to clear down here at all. We can honestly just leave this door open. I don't know if they break it or not. They probably break it. But we don't need to clear this direction. We do want to clear this direction, and there'll be some reinforcements here. But we just want Aaron to come, and then we want to recruit him, and then Aaron's going to try to do most of the level. And hopefully, like Leonardo, we're totally fine using all 30 steel bows here. I don't know if we can buy a steel bow next level. Probably not, but I'm totally fine using all of those. But that's not enough to beat the whole level. I guess theoretically it is, because there's 29 of them and I have 30 uses, so he could last hit most of them, and a couple of them he can hit twice, but like, yeah, we need to work on Aaron. Maybe Aaron will get lucky with speed, and then we'll have a little freedom on our speed wings, and we can give one to Leonardo. Maybe Leonardo will like max his other stats, and then we can give him base levels to catch up on speed. But like, getting the speed and the defense early is really important, because it matters so much for all this stuff. Okay, so yeah, she needs to go. Well, I guess she could go there, and then Nolan could trade with her. Leo could go here and trade with him. Me? Me? I think she just goes here. I'm actually... I don't want her to get shot over the wall by somebody. I think if I leave her there, she'll probably get shot. But maybe... it's fine. She goes here. Leo... Oh, Leo could go here and fight this guy. This guy will hit him, and that's not good. Edward... Just don't accidentally do something you regret. Edward is not going to want to be tanking anything. These two will run over there, which is nice. Oh, we got Lana. Lana's pretty solid. Transfer stats are a huge deal on her, for sure. I really like her in Path of Radiance. Soren's a lot more common, but I think she's about as good, if not better, than Soren in Path of Radiance. And in this game, I would say she's worse than Soren, but not by a lot. I've talked about this already a couple times, but it's a fun combo. So in this game, her availability in the Dawn Squad is like a big plus. And then Thunder for late game is nice, because she can have super effective attacks against dragons, which there's like a really sick dragon level at the end of the game in this game, so that actually matters. However, Thunder, I think, is the worst home type. That's a bummer, other than the dragon thing. Just like stat-wise, the Thunder tomes got super nerfed, and in Path of Radiance, it's the best type, which is a plus to her. Her availability is a little worse than Soren's in that game, and she's kind of hard to recruit, but I think in that game, her and Soren are pretty similar. And in this game, I think Soren's a little bit better. And also, Soren takes less work, but her being available for the Dawn Squad stuff is kind of important. Any help they can get is a big deal. Okay, so Lana could go here. I think Lana's actually... Wait, I think Lana's actually tankier than Edward. She's got 5 defense and 27 health, and Edward has 5 defense and 19. Yeah, so she's tankier than Edward. Let's keep that in mind. It's not something to... Oh, shoot, if she trades... Big mistake, huh? Oh, that's bad. I forgot how trading worked. Oh no. That means we can't kill this guy this turn? And that's, really bad. That's really, really bad. Uh-oh. Interesting. So if... nobody can move there. The only way to do it would be to have the guy who needs to trade with him end up here. And nobody can get... Like, someone would have to go here, someone would have to go here, and someone would have to go here. And then one more even. Yeah, there's just zero way to get the dagger on Soth. That's really bad. Oh no. Okay. Oh, yikes. Alright. Okay, so I think Laura has to go here. Yeah, because nobody can trade twice with him. And he can't trade and then move. That just doesn't work. Yikes. Not good. Okay, so she could give Soth a vulnerary. Which is probably... Oh wait, Soth has a ton of... Oh gosh, I forgot about all the vulneraries we stole last level. Energy drop on Soth's probably the safest place it could be, although I really don't want Laura to die. Oh, we could shove Micaiah. I don't think that's helpful here. Alright, so if Soth goes here, I assume he won't kill Edward in one hit. Soth can steal this turn, that's kind of good. I think this limits his movement more than this does. I don't think it matters. So that was a big blunder. Soth's supposed to kill that guy this turn. But Micaiah needed to go here and trade with him instead of here. I think that one through. Okay. So if Lana goes here and that guy hits Lana, she should be fine. If Edward goes here, he's going to get shot over the wall. So then I have to worry about one of these guys hitting him, and I think they probably can. So he might have to... He could probably just go in here. Oh yeah, he should probably go here. Body block for Micaiah. It's probably a pretty good idea. You go here, and then hopefully we live, because we messed up. He can hit Amy, which should be bad. Hopefully he doesn't one-shot her. Edward, probably fine. Woo! Probably fine. Lives at 1 health. Okay, there's Aaron. Laura needs to talk to him. So he will join